again. Testing. Can you hear me now? Testing one. Anyway, where were we? Oh, I was making. I wonder if you heard anything I said earlier. anyway, fam, I was saying it feels a lot better at this point to go ahead and holler and hoop. First day was really painful. Second day was terrible. You know, I feel okay now. It's been a few days. You know what I really got a kick out of, too? Okay, I'm still kidding. Okay, well, I hope somebody hears me. Everybody says you still don't hear me? Okay. All right, good. Well, somebody says yeah. Okay, we're on. Anyway, I ain't gonna start the whole thing again because we'll lose too much time. But listen, you know what I really did appreciate, and you'll appreciate this too, as 49er fans, because we're evil, as I'm told all over social media right now. Man, y'all got enough salt to take care of a whole Thanksgiving dinner on you. I said, bitch, if you had the same treatment, your butt wouldn't be sugar sweet either right about now. So, you know, the thing is, I got a kick out of the fact that there were like less than, I don't know how many people showed up. It was cold in Kansas City. There wasn't that big of a crowd at the parade. They even brought back guys who won the Super Bowl 50 years ago to put them in the front seats because they didn't get a parade back then because they went to the All-Star game instead of going to the parade, which was their fault. I don't understand how it was set up. Why couldn't they make it to the parade? It makes no sense. Anyway, they put those guys out in front. The Royals won the Super Bowl years ago, and they had 800,000 people out there. It wasn't that way today. Even people, the Chiefs fans know they didn't win that game. Shut up. I know. I got to go through this. And later on, I'll rationalize and say, you know what? So what? You know what? This is the way where things work. And for those who don't think the 49ers will be back, yeah, it's your damn mind. It won't be the same as it was with some other teams that go to the Super Bowl, fail, and then crumble. First of all, like I said the other day, this is a very young nucleus. It's very high-powered. In fact, you know what's really good about this team? We got guys coming back that make a huge difference from a lot of guys from injury. When you look down the line of how many guys coming back from injury that make a leap, you look at Trent Taylor. Look at DJ Jones, who would have made a big difference in the run game because the Chiefs had no business running on the 49ers. You bring back DJ Jones, put him back in the middle. You get Trent Taylor out there. Trent Taylor, guys like Marquise Goodwin and Trent Taylor were Jimmy G's, what's that guy in Charlie Brown's cartoons with the security blanket? G needs a guy, and somebody said what the 49ers do need is a big, rangy, predator-type wide receiver, so even on G's worst days, he can still find them. We got that possibly already without having to go into free agency to get one. It could be Jalen Hurts. Meanwhile, Deebo Samuel is a bad man. So see, these are all young guys. When you look at that frontline defense line, all young guys. These guys don't have to fail. When you look at some of the other teams that failed, they have them old dudes that were like heading toward, weren't getting paid enough money and all the other stuff that goes along with it. But Jimmy G is being slammed, and for good reason. But here's the thing about that. Matty Ice, in his first year with Kyle Shanahan, he absolutely sucked. Matty Ice. Second year with Kyle Shanahan, what did Matty Ice do? Huh? MVP. It takes time. Now, most of us don't have time or patience to watch Jimmy G, who just came off an ACL injury last year, was pretty much learning to walk this time last year, was pretty much in recovery mode for the first half of the season, and then learning a complicated system like Kyle Shanahan's, which does require some time. Most people don't want to hear that. All they know, we don't care how many years he's played, nothing. He sucks. Okay, that's fine. And they'll be straightened out next season. I'm not worried about that because I got all the faith in Jimmy G. I know he's not a bad quarterback. He just needs more time. He'll get it. The 49ers are not going to walk on Jimmy G. It's like Mike Florio suggests, if the 49ers want, they could call Minnesota and get Kirk Cousins because we know Kirk Cousins is a better quarterback than Jimmy G. When Florio said that, I started laughing. Now Kirk Cousins, in light of one ball game, which was the Super Bowl, by the way, is better than Jimmy G. Okay, well, we'll see. Because as I remember, Jimmy G did beat him Jimmy G actually beat him the first time last year, but wouldn't have them drops. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. There will be some changes next year, but hopefully not dramatic changes. The 49ers need to bring that nucleus back, bring that same hungry group back. They're all a bunch of young kids who ain't tired. They ain't tired. They want that. They know how close they came to doing it. They'll be back. Anyway, hey, fam, let me get ready to so I can get to the phones. About a half an hour after the season ended with that 31-20 Super Bowl loss, Coach Kyle Shanahan rattled off an optimistic note for next season. As he is quoted saying, we get almost all these guys back and plan on adding a few more. Unquote. Coach is right about that first part. The core of the 49ers NFC champion roster that led or was tied in the final 3 minutes of each of its 4 losses is indeed under contract for 2020. There's a few, but about that second part, though, the 49ers probably won't be able to add too much to the offseason, which is why I decided, hey, you know what, fam, 49ers can't do no whole lot of shopping for free agents. And, do they need to? Your team, when you had a lot of guys sitting on the IR and you still got to the Super Bowl, do you realize if all those guys in the IR would have been in that game, the Chiefs would have got slaughtered? True. So unlike recent exciting off seasons when the 49ers had all kinds of cash and draft picks to effectively overhaul their roster, the next few months will be mostly about keeping their group together and compensating franchise cornerstones players with contract extensions. That's pretty much the goal for the 49ers offseason. Fam, it's going to be a little boring in this offseason because we're going to see names floating around and everything. And like we always do, cut everybody we got. We need that dude. See, we don't, sometimes we don't think, it's just knee-jerk reactions. And they're going to happen. We got to do it. So we do, and we've got a boring draft coming up. 49ers will have just one draft pick. It'll be number 31 overall in the first 4 rounds. God. So what are we going to be doing? Watching the draft this year? Uninvolved? God. Our guys have averaged 4.7 selections the first 4 rounds since the Lynch and Shanahan regimes the guys first took charge 3 off seasons back. The Niners are projected to have just a bit north of $21 million in salary cap space. That's the 10th lowest funding in the NFL per sport track. Fam, get ready for that, fam. That's what's up. We ain't got no money. But at least we got a good team. We just got to re-sign people, all right? We ain't like the Rams, as Will says. First of all, the Rams broke. Ain't got no draft picks. You can go up. We're not in that boat. So don't even compare us with the Rams. The Niners have been among the NFL's leaders in cap space in the previous 3 off seasons, as you already know. Last week, GM John Lynch spoke as both an ex-player and current executive when asked about the next few months. Lynch is quoted saying, I love paying guys who deserve to be paid. I love paying anyone. These guys work really hard for what they do. Having said that, one thing that made this job attractive for Kyle and me, we had a blank slate. They cleared the books, and we had a lot of financial resources at our disposal. This is tightening up a little. We understood that was coming, but there will be tough decisions. We have done a nice job planning that, looking out 3 or 4 years, unquote, John Lynch. So you got to wonder, where our biggest drama is going to come from? Who are we going to lose? It is a reality. As far as players under contract, George Kittle and DeForest Buckner could receive some bank-breaking extensions. The NFL Network reported Kittle's deal could average a minimum of $13 million annually. Right now, Buckner's market value projected upwards of $15 million in 2020 if the 49ers pursue an extension and keep him on his 5th-year option. So, and of course, we'll see what D-Buck does. These are all dramas that work out going toward next season. As far as priority free agents, Eric Armstead, of course, Jimmy Ward, E-Man Sanders, they are the headliners on that list. How many who and can we keep? Who do you want to keep? So Armstead earned $9.904 million on his 5th-year option in this last season and is due for a raise after he had a career best 10 sacks. And then, and people yell and scream, He sucked up until last year, and he ain't doing nothing. The only reason he's doing well is because he's surrounded by good players. Duh. That's the case with everybody on that line. You can't go out there and do it by yourself. What needs to be the question is, what will the 49ers look without him? This is what concerns me. Ward, who often has dealt with injuries, everybody's got mad about that, also will receive a raise in 2020 after he played brilliantly and started the final 17 games on a one-year, $4.5 million deal, which is actually kind of cheap. And Sanders earned a $10.15 million base salary in 2019. If he could get that and line it up with incentives, he might stay. He wants to stay, actually. Each of those players, in fact, has indicated a desire to return to the 49ers, which is common with pending free agents. You got to say that. You don't want to go through all the arbitration and BS that goes with signing with another team. Anyway, J.W. acknowledged last week that nothing is guaranteed when asked about his next contract. He was quoted saying, "I'm not worried about that because I'm having a great season." He's got a right to say that. He said that before the Super Bowl. He says, "I'm going to do good this Sunday, and everything is going to handle itself. Hopefully, I'm back with the 49ers, but if not, hopefully I've got a good contract somewhere else with a team that's actually going to compete for a Super Bowl," unquote. So Dobb is optimistic about returning to the 49ers first and foremost, of course, and then, of course, he's willing to go out and look for a job. He's not going to be heartbroken about that. 49ers are likely to create more cap space by a lot of projections toward Marquise Goodman's probably gone, and they could restructure the 4-year, $30 million contract Jerick McKinnon signed in 2018. Jerick has also voiced his feelings on that matter, saying he'll do whatever he can to stay with the 49ers. And as you know, that has already started the process last year by restructuring Weston Richburg's contract, move to save $4.5 million in cap space for 2020. Still, they aren't likely to add much to their core. Some of the NFC West competition have the resources to upgrade. The Seahawks pretty much have 6 draft picks in the first 4 rounds and are projected to have the NFL's 7th most cap space at almost $60 million. It's believed by some that the 49ers will have to hold off Seattle, amongst others, to buck that nasty historic trend, of course, which is in Super Bowl history. Only 3 of the Game 53 losers have returned to win a title the following season, and only 8 have returned to the game the very next season. George Kittle had this to say about that, though. Quote, George, he said, "I think every team that loses the Super Bowl says that they are going to be back. It's a normal thing to do. I think what we have to do is realistically look at ourselves in the mirror and say what worked well for us this year, what didn't work well for us this year, and now are going to make that better." Unquote. The G. 49ers did an awesome job with the roster they had last season, so they have to be smart with any money moves involving adding player personnel. In 2020, they'll try to do it again with a team that could look pretty much similar to the 2019 NFC West champion. So, we'll see what happens from here. There's going to be nail-biting moments. But, and of course, every free agent that comes by, but it won't be AB. Not this year. But, up to you, fam. Hey, Eric Meyer says, my dad's neighbors from Kansas City or KC in college and DJ there, even said there were a lot of questionable calls, and they all went to KC. Eric Meiser says JG will improve offseason compared to last because last his focus was on ACL, learning to run again. JJ, and now he focuses on Kyle's system and quarterback fundamentals. I feel pretty strongly about him. He realizes what went wrong. There's a lot of things that he needs to do. He's got to learn to read the field better, and I do think he's stressed out. I didn't think he would do that, but he did freak out. Brandon the Buck, thanks, fam, that contribution. Eric, thanks for that contribution too, fam. Brandon the Buck says everybody should go check out Goose Sports. All right, thanks, Brandon. Jay Cowan. Thanks, Jay. Are those okay? Sanders wants to come back. Let's go. Cheers, Ronbo. Thanks, Jay. And Kay Bell says, hey, much love from the faithful of Dallas. What's up, Dallas? Yes. So, It's going to be a long off season. But you know we're going to be relevant next year, above everything else. You know, at least we got everything's in place. We just got to get better. Maturity is what I talked about last year this time, remember? That's pretty much what we got. But who knew we were going to go all that far? I mean, we couldn't want it. That's the scary thing. You know? Hey, Dion!
Ronbo, what's going on, brother?
D, looking ahead in the future, fam. Got that crystal ball out there looking through it and carrying on. What are you thinking, D, about tomorrow?
Oh man, like there's so much going on within the next month or so. So basically, we got free agency, then we have the owners' meetings, then we have the draft, and then we got training camp, and there's a whole bunch going on. But what I'm focused on right now is free agency. So I actually already did a video on free agency in general because
check
we have
out
to
D.
figure
Check
out who
out
we're
D.
going to keep.
Click on D. You see his name in the chat? Click on it. Click on it. D's talking about some stuff he's got up. Go ahead, D.
Yeah.
Preview it.
Yeah. So here's the thing. A lot hinged on us winning or losing the Super Bowl as it pertains to whether there were certain players that would go or certain players that would stay.
Yep.
Now, I can tell you right now what I think, honestly, is unfortunately because we lost, E-Man walks. I love Emmanuel Sanders. I think he was a great addition. He was a great help for our young receiving core. But you got to think about it. Our receiving room is just as crowded as our running back room. We got Trent Taylor, we got Jalen Hurd, we got Kendrick Bourne, we got Deebo Samuel, we have Dante Pettis. We have more than enough receivers, and we got a crowd. So you got to think about it. What you don't want to do is, underpay somebody like E-Man. But I did watch his presser today after he was cleaning out his locker, and he was saying, I want to win. So he's basically saying, I'm not going to an organization that's losing and that sucks. So to me, that almost sounds like, to an extent, hey, I'll take a discount if I got to stay here to be able to get back to the Super Bowl. I think we can do it. And then
line it up with
our running back, right? Yeah. This Parag Marate is a genius. We all know this. Callers, if you're listening, Parag Marate is our dude that works our contracts. This dude is a magician. He knows exactly how to work these contracts so that we can get out of them scot-free within at least the first 2 to 3 years. So, free agency is coming. Yep. We have Matt Breida on the ticket, and we don't know if we're going to keep Breida. But you got Breida, and we haven't really played him since, probably the middle of the season. It's been all Raheem the Dream.
Let me just ask a question about that part right there. If Jerick McKinnon comes back and looks like the Jerick McKinnon that Kyle originally went out to sign, is Matty B in trouble?
Let me tell you this, Ronbo, you know how I feel about Jerick McKinnon. I don't like Jerick McKinnon at all. Jerick McKinnon has been on our roster for 2 years, sucking up cap space, doing nothing.
And he did nothing.
And then when I first heard him speak, I thought I was listening to Pat Mahomes. I didn't know McKinnon sounded that funny. I was like, wait, what?
Come on,
who the heck is this?
Doesn't sound as strange as Patrick Mahomes. Come on.
I mean, he did, but my thing is you've been sitting on the roster, sucking up cap space for no reason. Now they brought him, but they didn't bring Keith to the Super Bowl, so that don't make no sense. So you don't bring your top speedster out there, so that's what I'm thinking. For me, yes, if Jerick McKinnon comes back healthy, they probably will let go of Matty B. Which to me, I mean, as far as for him, for a football player, he will wind up getting the money that he deserves elsewhere. I'm pretty sure I project Matty B to be somewhere in between a $5 to $8 million deal because when he's healthy, his potential is limitless.
Dynamic.
But he's always nicked up and beat up. But long story short, on defense, we don't really need much of anything. I'd probably say another young cornerback to develop because
between
we got E-Man
and an offensive lineman. Go ahead.
Exactly. Coleman is a free agent. Bye-bye. We already have Brunskill and Justice School. And they're already on, and we can re-sign Brunskill to a lucrative deal that will keep him in San Francisco. schools under his rookie deal, so we don't have to worry about that. So we have enough, if we need to get, ourselves another good backup guard or something, we have a swing tackle in Daniel Brunskill.
Person might be the fragile body that might need replacing. We got to stop. You know what, as a fam, you heard him. D's got content up, and he's previewing some things that are coming up ahead for the 49ers, so be sure to check him out. D, let me talk to you later, fam.
Oh, yeah, baby. Look, we can get the one-on-one whenever you want, Ronbo.
I'm going to line those up soon.
We need to do because we got to preview our free agency and go into the next year. Even though we lost the Super Bowl, Niner fans, just remember one thing. I know we got to go, but I'm going to tell you this. Remember one thing, Niner fans. We aren't out of it. We're still in the mix. We're very young, and we have a bright future ahead of us. And everybody, don't get down on Jimmy. Remember, Matt Ryan exploded the second year in Shanahan's system.
Right.
And we are going to be good next year. Have a good day.
Right. You do, D.
Have a good one, Ronbo. Appreciate you, brother.
And we roll on over to Charles. Charles!
Ronbo, how you doing tonight?
Charles, I'm doing all right. You know, I'm starting to recover. You know how you laying up in the hospital after a serious procedure? Maybe like you got your neck broke. You're sitting there. You can't talk. Everybody, your family's in there. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Come closer. I'm pretending I'm in the hospital with a neck broke. Come closer. Okay, now I can see you. I'm getting past that stage, and I'm okay now. Charles, how you doing? Because we're looking forward to what's going to happen next, and it's going to be like a quiet offseason for the most part. We ain't got that huge draft coming that we got all crazy about in the years past. We ain't got no money, so we can't go out and be buying all these free agents. We need to re-sign our own people. What are you thinking?
Honestly, I don't know what's going to happen with free agents or the draft. Like, we're so loaded at every position. It's like, what do we need? Do we need just depth? But at what position, you know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think about that?
I was just getting ready to ask you a question, Charles. Do we have any assets we could trade for draft picks that you would be willing to part ways with? Maybe to get you into the third round or something, because we pick it after day one. We're done until day 2 or 3. I'm not sure. Day 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have our first round draft pick,
and
then our next pick was the 5th round.
That's kind of
for me. Yeah. For me, I know this might sound for all the Breida lovers. I love Breida, but he may be the one that's going to have to get traded. I'm willing to trade Breida for a 2nd or 3rd round draft pick because we do have Jerick McKinnon coming back next year. And Jerick McKinnon actually said he's willing to renegotiate his contract.
Yeah. He just wants to be a 49er. Yeah.
Yes. He's making $6.5 million next year. And let's say that gets cut down to $4 or $5 million. So automatically, Brady's going to want $8 million. So that's going to be a $3 million save right there.
Would Breida want $8 million? I don't think Matty be in position to ask for $8 million. And he wasn't utilized enough. He'd have been more instrumental coming down the stretch. He knows better than to ask the 49ers for $8 million, but he could go elsewhere. You're right. And I have a feeling the 49ers going to let him walk, Charles. I got this weird feeling. I don't know what he did to Kyle to not give him no playing time coming down through the playoffs.
This man was playing special teams.
Yes.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe something behind the scenes with Kyle and Matt Breida, something went wrong. So I could see that possibility where Breida won't be on the team next year. And
Richie James, same thing.
Richie.
Yeah. I don't think they like him, but if they're looking to cut fat, they're going to make sacrifices. I could see Breida. I could see Richie. I could see him trying to make a deal because Dante Pettis, honestly, Charles, and I'm not hating on him, I just don't think his personality, because if you notice, the 49ers want yak. They want tough guys. When they make the catch, I want you to bust somebody's head. And he's never going to be that. You know, I mean, am I wrong?
He'll never be that.
Yeah.
I don't want to. But Ronbo, we also got free agents to sign. Eric Armstead is going to be free this summer. Juice will be free this summer. Mosley will be free this summer. Sanders is going to be free this summer. We have
Scary,
so
ain't it?
many. We have so many players to sign, but we have. I don't know. I'm praying the CBA will happen this off season so we can sign all those players to their contract. But if the CBA doesn't get extended, I'm gonna go to Defoe and to Kale and say, I don't mean to offend. I'm not trying to not sign you guys, but we don't have the cap space right now, and the CBA is gonna get extended next off season. So we're gonna
No,
wait a year.
it's projected to be about 250 million. Listen, you know what? Here's the thing. You can't. Some of the guys that are going to be re-signed. It's not as. There's some other equations that come involved that don't make it so difficult. You can't keep them all, but the ones you got. There's unrestricted versus restricted free agents. It gets into a lot of complicated rhetoric, but yeah, you're going to have to get rid of some people though.
Yeah, someone's gonna have to take the hit. And
Yeah.
personally, I'm team the Jimmy Ward. I love Jimmy Ward. I hope we re-sign him. He proved all of us wrong. He played great this year.
Charles,
He proved everyone staying healthy.
we're going to run out of time, but listen, here's what you do. But and I mentioned this to everybody. Also, make sure if you're going to get rid of somebody, think about to bring the argument to the table as to who you're going to replace them with. We only have Tavares more, and then we got to think about maybe another. I don't know. It's a complicated matter, but bring your draft replacement or your replacement.
Yeah, maybe the draft or free
Yeah,
agency.
we don't have any picks though.
So, and
Anyway,
Ronbo,
we don't
I
have
got
any
one
money
question
either.
for you.
Real quick, Charles.
I got
We're
one
out of
question
time.
for you. I'm gonna head out.
All right.
Who do you think we keep? Who do you think we can lock?
Let me get into that at the end of the program because I'll take up too much time. All right, Charles.
Ronbo,
I'll see you.
I appreciate the platform as always.
Thanks, man.
Thank you for what you do. With what you do, you've been being our voice all year long, having our back.
You're the voice,
Have a
Charles.
good night, Ronbo.
Thanks, fam. I'll see you the day after tomorrow. All right. Have a good night.
All right. Good night.
Oh man. And Christopher Hangeller. Is that right on that, Chris? Anyway, 49ers could be first team to win a rematch Super Bowl, still can make history, And there's no guarantee Patrick Mahomes is coming back next year either. They'd better come back next year because they don't secure Patrick Mahomes' salary this year. They won't be able to afford anybody a year after next. This is the problem, Hey, Dre.
Whoa.
Dre?
Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Ronbo, what's going on, my guy?
Oh, man, we're sitting there going through the contemplation of off-season and what they go do next. And it's
Everybody needs to chill.
Mm.
I've been on cap casualty all day, bro. I need to chill. Check this
Dre's
out.
serious. Been on there all day.
I'm gonna break this shit down for y'all.
Please.
One thing that everybody is forgetting that this season there's a 6% increase, so that's 5.5 million. It goes from 196 million to 201 million. Okay. Then there's the collective bargaining agreement that has to be agreed to. That's gonna come with more money, guys. Y'all need to chill out. Okay. Now I'm gonna break this shit down for y'all real simple. Solomon Thomas is at 8.9 million with a 4.6 cap hit. We cut his ass because we got Julian Taylor and we also have DJ Jones, who were on IR and who both played more snaps than Solomon Thomas and Sheldon Day when they were not on IR. Okay, so he's gone. That's 4.5. Okay, now Jet McKinnon. Jet is at 8.5 million with a $4 million cap hit. That means we save 4.5 with his ass. He's up out of here. We don't need him. Okay, now we got another guy, and Marquise Goodwin. We save 3.7 million with him. Okay,
He's
his ass.
He's definitely probably gone.
He is, man. Come on, bro. We already know that this guy is gone. All right, and then there is another one. Let me scroll down this list, man. I can't remember who the other one is. I just seen it. Can't remember who the other one is. But if you take that, there's another one that I've seen where we could save 500,000, and I can't remember exactly who it is.
What position?
You know what I mean? I believe. Hold on, bro. Let me look at this.
Oh yeah, Mark Nazaucha. Mark Nazaucha. Whatever
Yeah.
his name is,
Yeah.
man. We could save $500,000 by cutting him and getting his ass up out of here. Man, so we go from 21 million to 34 million, $150,000. Okay, so and that then you gotta add the cap increase with that, and you gotta add the collective bargaining increase. Okay, now just at 7. Look at this. At 6:08 p.m.
Jay, we lost you, Dre.
Tweeted.
Okay, there you go.
You hear me? At 6:08 p.m. Matt Mayoko just tweeted out a story where he talked to Eric Armstead, and he says he does not mind signing the franchise tag because he sees the bigger picture. Okay, so that means we can chill out with worrying about keeping Armstead. We can keep him. We don't have to worry about doing this contract till next year. We can keep everybody that we need to keep. You know what I'm saying? Cut everybody that we need to cut. You know what I mean? And we're going to be fine. You guys got to realize, man, there's a lot of ways.
You got to decide who you want to cut. That's the thing.
I mean, Breida, he can get his ass up out of here. I'm sorry. I don't need a guy who fumbles. I'm sorry. He can get his ass up out of here. The dude had 4 fumbles over a 2-game span. I mean, with Tevin Coleman and Raheem Mostert, I'd rather spend the money on Jeff Wilson, somebody who's going to secure the ball, run tough, and not fumble the ball.
And can catch.
So,
Jeff can catch that
exactly,
ball.
Like, I don't understand why everybody is like pressed in I don't get it, bro. Jimmy Ward is going to stay. Kendrick Bourne is going to stay. Sanders, he already said he does not want to make any more money. He wants to win the championship. He's going to stay. Kyle Shanahan already came out and said that he wants to bring the nucleus of this team back, man. So there's going to be the loose fat is going to be cut. If you were kept in Dante Pettis, to be honest, I don't see him coming back next year, Ronbo. If you were on this team taking up a spot and you did not contribute to this team, you're not going to be on this team next year. With Trent Taylor and Jalen Hurd, we don't need – bro, all of the excess fat needs to be cut. Sheldon Day, your services was great. But with DJ Jones and Julian Taylor coming back, we don't need to re-sign guys like that. You know what I'm saying? Jimmy Ward, Kendrick Bourne, Eric Armstead, get George his money. We don't need to do Defoe because Defoe just made $14 million this year, and he's gonna make $15.5 next year. So we don't need to do his contract for a while. Keep the guys that we need to keep, man. And whoever said that Juice is a free agent, they don't know what the hell they're talking about, bro. Juice is still under contract. What the hell was you talking about? I'm looking at it right here. Juice is still under contract.
Because even I thought his contract expired.
Yeah,
you know
I don't know what the dude was talking about, bro.
Yeah, but Juice is not going to be complicated anyway. But Dre, good stuff, Dre. You brought it with the fire. We gotta go, Phil.
Hey man. Look, we were projected by Adam Rank to win 3 games.
Yeah.
I think the highest that somebody had us. I think it was Colin Cohart. He had us winning 9 games.
Yeah,
we went 13-3 and went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, see, a lot of people had us in 9.
It didn't work out like we wanted it to work out, but y'all seen what George Kittle said, man. I'm gonna be back here. I'm gonna be back here. I'm gonna be back here, and I'm coming back with a vengeance.
There you go.
And that's how all of those guys are thinking.
And they need to. All right, Dre. We got to roll, man.
Exactly, man.
But see you.
Shout out to the TNT
Friday,
man. Trey Trez, Big Show, Jerry Fresh, Russo, Shay Lewis, man. My player partner Will, man. Trey Trez, man. All the guys, man. Hey, man. We still hurt, but you know what I mean. The marathon continues, as my brother Nick used to say, man. We up out of here.
All right, Dre. Have a good night, fam. All right, it's Dre bringing the numbers. And a dollar bill. A dollar bill will. Will.
Ronbo, what's cracking, cuz?
Oh, man. Now it's a speculation time. This is where everybody gets to say later, I told y'all. This is now when you get in that position, Will. And I thought about you today, man, when I said, the Rams, don't be comparing us with the Rams because like Will says, they ain't got no money. We ain't got a whole lot of money either. But everybody didn't walk on us because we paid them 2-year contracts. Damn fools. I can't wait to see what they do this offseason. They're going to be more fun to watch than us. But, Will, what do you think about the 49ers' future? What are we going to do? You caught what Dre just said. I wonder who are the expendables? Do you make deals to get into the draft? Because we're not involved, Will. Go ahead, fam. What do you think?
Well, I'll tell you one thing for sure, man. We are nothing like we ain't nothing like the Rams. We are nothing like the Rams, man.
Gospel truth there.
Um, so I tell you right now, man. Everybody talking about we don't know the 49ers going to go back this year. We don't know the 49ers can make
We'll get back in your mic, Bill. I lost you. Will?
Can you hear me now?
That's much better. Go ahead.
All right. Man, we ain't nothing like the Rams, man. Everybody talking about the 49ers are they may not make it back this year. They might end up like the Rams, Super Bowl hungover. Let me tell you something, man. We are not like the
that hurts to hear.
We are LA Rams.
Yuck.
We did things the right way, Ronbo. Them silly ass Rams spent all the boatload of money, spent all of their draft picks to bring in players like Hollywood stars, making a Hollywood team. Because we don't rush it like that. We took our time. We spent our money the right way. Mm-hmm. So we did everything the right way. Ain't no way in hell. We just got out of hell. We ain't trying to go back in there.
Amen to that.
So Kyle and John Lynch are not about to put the 49ers in this fan base back in the shithole. Ain't no damn way. We just came off the Super Bowl after being 4 and 12 last year. Ain't no way they're gonna bring us back to where we was these past 2 years. Ain't no way in hell. That ain't happening. So for me, man, I'm not really. Y'all do all these numbers and shit. I ain't no numbers guy. I just see what I see on the damn TV. And what I see on the damn TV is the players I want back. Offensively, man, Mostert and Coleman, Breida kind of looking suspect, man. I don't know if I can trust him, man. Jared McKinnon, I mean, I've been promoting Jared McKinnon, man. If he doesn't come back, I mean, I wouldn't be upset. But it's just crazy that the man, Kyle Shanahan wanted the man, and he got hurt, unfortunately, and we haven't been able to see what he can do in the offense, and just throw him away like that. I mean, I'm
still curious too.
Yeah, I'm still curious too. I don't think it's fair, but if they let him go, then they let him go. It's the NFL. I do want Emmanuel Sanders back, man. Man, them guys, man, him Bourne and Debo, they got such a great bond, man. They really feeds off Emmanuel Sanders' energy, man. That's why Debo and Bourne was able to perform, how they performed this season.
Absolutely.
So
Debo, man,
so
God, he benefited something crazy. Whew.
Yeah, and we heard Trent Taylor coming back, man. I saw a report where Trent Taylor's toe infection has cleared up, and he could be cleared to be all right after next week. So
it's still lingering though. I thought it was completely gone. Well, he could train starting next week.
No,
That's
they said the infection is cleared up. They said I hope they're gonna take another look at it, and hopefully he'll be ready by next week.
Okay.
Because they posted a timeline, and they said that his infection cleared up. So they said it's a possibility he could be cleared next week. It's a possibility though. But we heard Debo, Trent Taylor, man, Bourne, they gotta stay. Bourne gotta stay. He gotta stay. This dude. He came. If you notice, Bourne came through in clutch games. Man can catch the ball. He can catch the ball and take a hit. He don't have much speed, but he can separate, catch the ball, take hits. He's a playmaker, man. He's a possession receiver, and when you get him in the red zone, he's a for sure TD animal.
See,
so
I'm glad you brought him up, because if I have to make a choice between keeping Bourne and Dante Pettis, do I need to hesitate?
Bourne.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, these are some of the things that are almost logical. Kendrick's tough.
Right.
If nothing else, and can run great routes. So.
Absolutely. And on the defense side of the ball, man, it's a no-brainer. Jones and Blair, keep them on the team. You got to. Rotation. They make plays. They make big plays, man. The linebacker core is fine. Now secondary, opposite of Sherman, I would go free agency. I like Logan Ryan, Byron Jones, those are two I like. I mean,
Will, we got to stop, but it sounds like you're through with Emmanuel Mosley. Well,
hey, I mean, I like
it's
Emmanuel
depth,
Mosley.
yeah.
I like Emmanuel Mosley, don't get me wrong, but
No, I know.
you know, man,
But yeah,
it's
to get better.
but yeah, man.
All right.
But yeah, it's not. But I'm about to get off. But it's not.
Okay.
It's not a lot. It's not. We're not losing core players. Like starting next year, man. These guys gonna be ready. We going back. We're going back to Florida because the Super Bowl's in Tampa this time. We're going back to Florida, man.
Tampa, yeah. All right.
I mean, we ain't losing. We ain't losing them. So it's a lot to be, to keep your head up about. I mean, we're going right back. We're going right back, and I'm saying that because we ain't losing nobody. So,
There you go.
I mean,
All right. All right,
well,
let's continue on Friday. All right. Save that stuff. All right.
all right, man.
All right, man.
Shout out to my TNT player partner Drake, my player partner Drake, Trey, Big Show, Russo, all them guys, man. Shout out to the Ronbo Sports Fan Club, Rico, Jersey Joe, Sheep, all them guys, man. Hey, man, we going back to Tampa. We going to Tampa this year. Super Bowl 55. Let's get it, man. Come on.
All right. All right, Will. Have a good night, fam. Yeah.
All right, man.
Yeah, I said 49ers. I'm telling you right now, man. I like. Let me look at some of these things. It says, let me go ahead and go through this before you get piled up because I missed them last week actually. Let me get down here too. Hey, B-Ham, rolling down the road, that big beautiful rig of his, I bet. B-Ham says, faithful, please relax. We're good. And Kevin A, thanks, Kevin A. B-Ham with the contribution says, Dre with the facts. Yeah. Derek Davis says, giving Matt Breda a new contract might cost more of a cap hit than McKinnon's contract in year 3. Expect him to offer both the contract and cut Matty B if he gets beat out at camp. Now, see, that's what I'm thinking about. Kyle's going to give him a legitimate shot. It's going to be all about camp. And here's realistically, if we think the 49ers should just say, Derek, you got to go, man. We had enough. No, you don't spend that much money on somebody and then tell them kiss and goodnight. No, they have to look at Jerick McKinnon. They spent a fortune on him already. And you're just going to give him that for free? No. He's got to come and show us why we're telling him goodbye. So we look for that to happen. There's no way they cut him, at least in my opinion. I can't imagine that. Mr. Block Ice, we will be fine. Just got to go through our steps to get back where we were and win it all. It's about making the right moves. We deserve all the criticism we're getting. Live and learn. And I just hope the guys, it's climbing up a mountain. You got there and didn't achieve. I wonder, are you still got the same drive to climb up that mountain again? It's the only thing I worry about. But like I say, we don't have a lot of old guys. We got a bunch of young guys that ain't worried about climbing that mountain again. So it's okay. Alex Conklin says people in the media are talking about signing Phillip Rivers instead. It's just doggy poo-poo. Jimmy G is a top quarterback. Now the narrative is that Kyle doesn't trust him. Watch this season. Yeah, the narrative by the media is wrong. They think Kyle just hates Jimmy G. But I tell you what, you get Phillip Rivers over here, ooh, the hatred will be beyond belief after about 4 or 5 weeks. Phillip Rivers is way too long in the tooth and looking worse than he's ever looked in his whole career. Forget about that one right now. Hey, Greg, come on in, man.
You gotta fight for your
right to Lombardi. That's what you got to do. Yeah.
Yo.
Greg.
Oh, are you waiting for me? I'm so sorry, man. I didn't even know you were having. How you doing, boss?
I heard you play the Lombardi thing.
I'm listening to I was listening to the bullshit about the Jimmy Garoppolo. They had him in there, and then they had that stupid parade. I want to just Kermit the Frog and and Piggy the fat fat man. Get the hell out of here! I can't stand him. Listen.
Yeah.
I wanted to call you last night, but I didn't realize. I thought you were going to come last night, but I'm glad you're back. So it's a little better. 2 days later, starting to kind of come down from the depression.
Sure.
But what bugs the shit out of me is, I just keep replaying that holding, with that Bosa had and that pass, and you can't go back. You just got to leave it go. But we got spoiled, I guess. Me and you. I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of us.
You're at the age where you saw them just bang off 5 Super Bowls in a row, and these new guys here that've been following them, these younger ones, 2 in a row we lose, not in a row, but 2. It's like we got to snap this. We're
it
too
is
good.
2 in a row. It is 2 in a row. The last time and this time. It sucks. You can't lose 2.
Yeah, so I mean, it just pisses me off because they were throwing Jimmy out to dry, and you made a point the other night about how when he came in, he was just money. 5 games he won, and we stunk. I mean, we had nothing, and he came in and he just banged out 5. He was just doing it, and you saw the talent, and you're just like, and now maybe just the one game he had bad, but I'm listening to all these idiots from the web zone. They had a podcast about how Jimmy. They take 13 quarterbacks over Jimmy. They went down the list.
He's not even middle of the pack with some of those guys. Yeah, he's in the lower echelon.
These guys are freaking nuts. They're nuts. I mean, just because of the one game. I mean, he had the batted passes down. Is that his fault? Is that his fault? Honestly, no, it's not. He didn't play great, but he played pretty damn good until that last, that fourth 6 minutes left or whatever it was. But either way, I'm hoping that Emmanuel Sanders, we need a speed guy. We need to have a speed guy in there because we need somebody with separation fast because, if Marquise leaves, I mean, who are we going to have? I mean, do you think we're going to keep a lot of these guys, Ronbo? What do you think?
They're not going to keep a lot. Marquise Goodwin is done. I don't really think his IR thing is not even true. I don't think there's anything wrong with him. Dante Pettis is on trial this offseason. I'm pretty sure of that. So a lot of these guys, I do want to know what Jalen Hurd brings to the table. He's got speed, he's got size. He's that big predator type of offensive weapon that the 49ers probably need. 6'4", powerful, with a bad attitude. He'll work. If he can stay on the field. Deebo Samuels is going to be a superstar next year. He's a superstar now. 49ers would have won the game had they used him more in the second half, actually, no matter what other things were bothering them. But, yeah, we've got some good players in place to go ahead and win this as far as personnel goes anyway. So, yeah.
I mean, we got a young team. I mean, if we can keep them together with Kyle and with Lynch, I don't see the window being as closed as it was when Harbaugh was there because they were older. You know what I mean? They only had about 3 years there, 4 years. But, I mean, if you remember that, they almost made the Super Bowl the one year. Then they made the Super Bowl, and then the third year they got to the championship game. And
they came
this
back.
This year, they got to the Super Bowl. They're going to probably be contended for 5 years. I'm thinking at least.
Oh, easily.
At least.
Yeah, easily. Easily.
Well, here's one more question. I know you got to take other calls. Here's one thing I want to ask you. We got a first round. What do we got? 2 5th rounds, 2 6th rounds, and 2 7th rounds. Is that what we got?
It's something like that.
I mean, these guys know how to pick. Obviously, I mean, this ain't Trent Baalke. I mean, this ain't him.
No, these guys are good. That's what I feel good about.
How's it go? We're gonna get a guy that busted up his knee, and that's Gore. And that's the only one that worked out. And then let's keep getting these guys to break their legs and their arms, and we'll try. I mean, he was the master of that. Just kept going for these guys that just were. But I mean, I heard something on the web zone about Jalen Hurd and Trent Taylor that they don't even think these guys are going to be ready for next season. I think that's a lot of shit. Do you?
Trent Taylor, somebody just said that he's pretty much good to go starting next week. They'll be looking at him. Jalen Hurd with a back injury could be serious. I'm hoping it's not because if it is that bad, then he might be having to retire before he even gets started. That's a very frightening thought, but it's a real possibility. So, back, can't feel back.
I hope so. I mean, we just got to get a little more speed. I hope they can keep Emmanuel Sanders, too, because he brings that veteran leadership. And, like I said, if Trent Taylor can go, he's fast. He can get downfield. Am I right?
And also, Trent's quick. He can leave a guy in the dust in short routes, and that's what Jimmy needs most, actually, because you got Deebo doing the same thing.
So, I mean, I'm excited. I just upset. You know how it goes. But listen, I'll let you hit the other callers. It was good talking to you. You'll be back Friday?
Mm-hmm. Great
my friend.
See you Friday if you get some time. All right.
All right, buddy. Take care of yourself.
All right, you too.
Bye-bye.
There's Greg telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Hey, see? Oh, did I? Okay. See? No. See no? See no. See no. Bob Glad, I like that. NFL draft is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. That's true, too. Big Ham.
Ronbo.
Big
Ronbo.
Ham. Big Ham.
In the words of Aaron Rodgers, even though he's
BM,
dog shit out
I
of
can't
it.
hear you. BM,
Can you hear me?
that's awesome. There you go. All right, go ahead. You was giving us the word for
I
Aaron
say
Rodgers.
in the words of Aaron Rodgers, even though we beat the dog crap out of him, RELAX. Faithful, please relax, man. Look, man, you don't build a house brick by brick, and at the end of the year, you think that it's just been fucking demolished.
Yeah, tear it down.
You know what I'm saying?
It didn't work.
Our house is not demolished, bro. One thing I say is this, Rumbo. John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan, I've had faith in them as far as building this team since they came. They haven't done nothing to let anybody down. We went from 4-12 to the Super Bowl. It didn't work out like we wanted, but we shouldn't have even been there in the eyes of the outside world other than the 49er fans. You feel me? So, I don't think our team is going anywhere. I don't know what's
it's
going
not flawed.
on,
That's the thing. Exactly right. Yeah.
All our players are young. A lot of our whole team is still on the contract. I know we may not have the draft picks, but hell, we 31st, so anything we got was going to be late in the draft anyway, each round. Think about it.
And BM, when you're 31st and made it to the Super Bowl, do you need a lot?
You don't. Our team, everybody that we have bought in, Juszczyk, Sherman, Ford, Quan, everybody that we bought in, we got contracts for. You play with players like Tart. If we want to keep Tart, throw his ass on a franchise tag. You feel what I'm saying? It's ways you can go about keeping people. You probably can trade some of those people that we don't need for draft picks.
That's what I'm
thinking. I mean, everybody is speculating everything. We're not even a week over our woes yet. You know what I'm saying? You ask me, I wouldn't get rid of Keith right now.
Who?
I would let him stay because that's the Keith.
Oh, good.
Marquise Goodwin.
Oh yeah, Keith.
I wouldn't get rid of him because that's really the only true speed we have right now. We never really got a chance to see what him and Emmanuel and Debo and Kendrick Bourne look like. You know what I'm saying? All out on the field together. We haven't seen that yet.
It's going to be interesting to see, too, BM, if he's coming back to camp next summer. Because, he's going to be doing the Olympics. Keith cannot come in too late. I don't know what kind of relationship he's got with the 49ers right now. Well, I guess we'll see.
He signed a big contract with us, though, didn't he?
Has that been 2 years ago? I don't know how many. I can't remember how many
like
years is on that
3
contract.
or 4 year deal. I don't know. I'm going to have to look it up. But, hey, a lot of guys is cool with Jared McKinnon. Hey, man, that's just dead money. That's dead money we got laying around, bro. And my New Year's resolution was I'm not finna spend money on nothing that I'm not going to use. So if we're not going to use him, if he can't get right, hey, we need to let him go. Trent Taylor, I like him, but if he can't get right, we need to let him go. We've seen him his rookie season.
Yeah.
We haven't seen him since. I mean, we don't need to fall into the Trent Baalke with just keep paying injured players.
Wait, BM,
get rid of that shit, man.
BM, hold on a second. Let's get Big Drucks. Big Drucks, that won't be tolerated. Sorry. You can talk football and anything else. There's no hatred on this site. No racism, no bigotry, no taking shots at any kind of groups. If I catch you doing it again, that's one warning, and stop spamming, or you'll say goodbye. All right. You trolls that come in from other teams, I don't mind, but don't get out of line. All right. Go ahead, Beham, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just saying, we shouldn't keep spending. We shouldn't keep spending money over product that we're not going to use.
Yeah.
If we're not going to use it, cut it and get us a better player. Get us somebody that we can get to perform.
Yeah.
If you ask me if we're going anything in the draft, if we can't get them in free agency, we need to go find us a nice speed receiver.
BM, as I'm telling you, we got to go. We're going to talk deals and how to cut fat and how to gain bodies. We're going to do that Friday a little bit more. We got to go, fam.
Hey, if it's one thing I know, Ronbo, we ain't got to worry about nothing. The only thing we need to do is stay faithful. Let that man, John Lynch, who played football for the National Football League, have won Super Bowls. Please let that guy continue to build our house so we can live in it and be happy. Have a good day, Ronbo.
Here you go, fam. BM, take care, fam. I'm talking to see you Friday. There you go.
All right.
And BM's like a voice of reason. We can't overreact to things. Some of us getting way too excited. This thing about the people talking about get rid of Jimmy, bring in Phillip Rivers. Oh my Lord! Hey, Beto.
Hey, Ronbo.
Bethel. Well, we're looking toward the future, Bethel, already. Because, Bethel's so funny because normally we're through with the season in December, early part of January. Here we are in February. We just got finished playing football.
Yeah.
We went way farther than we were supposed to, by most people's estimations. So that's why I keep looking at the 49ers as a growing team that went all the way to the limit. So the growth is still underway. This team is not as good as it's going to be. But we do need to make some moves in this offseason, Bethel. And who do you mind who do you want to see return versus who do you not mind seeing leave?
Me, the ones that are gonna do something for our team, not the ones that are not gonna do anything. Because we have 14 free agents, and a lot of them want to be back. They just need and plus we have the guy right there in our office that does the best contract and knows how to limit all that money and sort it out. So, and then plus with the cap case and, that we're going to get and everything and whoever we're going to cut, some of that money that we're going to save, you could use it for players that are worth keeping. So, I think, and then plus I seen a thing right there. That we're ranked in there to make it back in the Super Bowl again.
Oh, yeah. And Vegas has number 3 on the list of most likely to not only get there, but win. And you know what?
Yeah.
Bethel, I got to tell you, I don't see Kyle Shanahan getting back there twice and losing. Kyle is learning things, too. We give him, he's still learning. This is his second year as a head coach. He'll learn.
Yeah, and then another thing is the only props I could give the Kansas City Chiefs is the running back, because he was the only one that actually had class to go to one of our teammates and went out of his way to go talk to a teammate. And and the rest of them were just, I don't give them any props. I F the Chiefs because I'm not going to give them praise or anything, because why are you going to give a praise to a defense that's hitting your quarterback, hitting them in the head, doing all this, breaking all these rules, and the offense that's holding and breaking all these rules? Why are you going to praise a team like that?
But Bethel, it's not their fault. It's not their fault. You know what? Yeah. They did whatever they could get away with. And I really wish at halftime 49ers would have returned the favor, see what happens. I really wish we would have been holding a little bit more. Somebody clothesline Frank Clark. I would have loved it.
Yeah.
You got it. That's why guys like Anthony Davis and the Rhino, Alex Boone. Remember how those guys used to be predators? After you do something wrong to one of our players, they'd come after you. I really wish we had that kind of offensive lineman just to light dudes up. But it's okay. Our guys
Yeah.
got to get a little older, get a little meaner, and it'll get better. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and I actually have to give some props to, even though he used to play for the Green Bay, but he actually backed us up on TV, and not a lot of analysts are doing that. There's some of them that back us up that we should have won that game if the referees would have called it right. But it is what it is. Let's move on, and let's look for the future, and let's hopefully get everything right and start getting some of our players signed, and when we get our players back, and let's see what happens, because that mentality that they're gonna have, that little chip in their shoulder, is gonna be all right. Let's don't let these referees, do what they're gonna do and cost us the game, and let's execute.
You got to play past that. And you know what? I got to tell you, Bethel, and now that I've relaxed, we had actually our opportunities in spite of all that BS. We had our chances to win that game. If that pass, because Kittle was wide open on a couple of plays toward that last few minutes, that Jimmy took the wrong option. I looked back at it. I got mad at myself because he missed that play.
People say, the coach has to put their players
in position
where
to win.
Could thrive, to win. And Kyle, even though there were good plays, but he didn't put them in a position to win.
Yeah, he's.
If he would have ran the ball,
No, I'll never forgive him for that. Debo should have got more touches in the second half. Mostert should have got more touches in the second half. Beth, we're out of time. No, we'll get back into this Friday, okay?
Good stuff, Ronbo. It's always good talking to you. And
thanks, Bill.
Hopefully, I could go to Vegas and go to that draft. And when I see that bum ass sucker right there, and tell him a bunch of shit because he's ruining the league.
Yeah. All right. Ben, we'll see you Friday, okay?
All right. See you Friday, and hit that like for Rumble Sports.
Thanks, fam. Have a good night, Bethel.
All right. Good night, Rumble.
And one thing I want to say, fam. Patrick Mahomes is okay with me. I don't know how you feel about it, but I'm just saying, I'm not in that camp just hating on him. I think he's an incredible guy. That's why I like to talk like him sometimes. Because people take me, don't understand. I'm just out there doing my job, So I can't get mad at Patrick. Man, I like him actually. Hey, Jay. AJ, you know what I do wonder about, though? People have been talking about this. That shot that Jimmy took under the helmet, did it shake him up? We talked about that the other day. I think it did. He's not as bad as I've never seen him look like that. We've seen a couple of times here in shaky, but he usually snaps out of it. I'm really worried about that. Nobody said anything because we don't want to get any more excuses for what happened, And the 49ers should learn to be dirty back. I'm for it. I wish I was. God, I said, listen, guys, refs aren't calling anything today. Go for it. Now, try not to get caught. Be good about what you're doing, but go for it. Hold, do everything you want to do. Make sure you mask it, and let's just return the favor. Hey, Josh.
Hey, Ronbo.
Josh. Well, Josh, we're planning the future already. We're seeing some of the guys that we got to let some guys. There's some decisions going to be made, of course. But Josh, who stays? Who goes on the Jock roster countdown?
All right. Well, first off, excuse me. You got to get rid of this punk dude in your chat. It's, hey, what's up? You got to get rid of this guy. He's a fake 49er fan. And I'm tired of hearing him. Ronbo. Ronbo.
I- Just, we're back. We're back. Josh, sorry, Josh. We lost Josh. We're in the middle of something, Josh. I'm sorry. I lost all kind of things there. Okay. Josh is back. All right. Sorry, Josh. Josh. We got a hey, what's up, huh? Is that what we said? Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'm trying to talk. Hello, Josh. Josh, can you hear me, Josh? All right. So, yeah, guys, here's the thing about if you see somebody that's not really busting any rules, and you just don't agree with them, you might want to just block them, okay? Because we kind of fair. We want to make if you're in here and you're talking football, whether it be agreeable or not with others, we're not going to say anything to you. We got rules. I've already said bigots, racists, guys that take shots at groups. They will be dealt with immediately. But if they're just not agreeing with you, we're probably not going to say anything. All right? Yeah. So anyway, hey, what's up? Be careful. We're watching you. All right. Just keep it football oriented. All right. Anyway, all right. Hey, Shalio.
Hey, what's going on, Ronbo?
You want me to do it? How about them cowgirls? No, I can't take it away from Shalio. Wait, Shalio, let me give the right leader because I love when you do it. Shalio, anyway, tonight we are talking about what we're going to do with some of the guys we got on this team that aren't carrying their workload. And do we need to make any changes? Who can we sign? Who can we get rid of? All right. Shalio.
Hey, Rumbo. Not today with the Seacock slander. You know, all these other teams have been talking trash.
Yeah.
But let's get down to what we need for free agency and about everything else about football, 49er football related.
Yes, indeed.
You know what? I've been thinking really hard about this ever since the Super Bowl loss Sunday.
Yeah.
We keep Garoppolo for one more year.
Yeah.
I think, you know, we're starting to, you know, he did make a lot of mistakes, 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown. I want to see if he could get better. Yeah. If he gets better, then keep him. If he doesn't bring an MVP performance, get rid of him and try to draft a quarterback. But
like I mentioned earlier, now who are you going to replace him with?
Nick Mullins.
Yeah.
I think this guy has been waiting his opportunity.
Yeah, Mullins. Yeah.
You know,
maybe. I just wondered, does Mullins have? Maybe we haven't seen. We did see him one year. He learned a lot because he went through a lot of.
I want to see him,
things.
You know, a full season. You know, I think if he plays a full season, I think he could be legit. But I still have my faith in Garoppolo. I'm gonna give him one more shot. You know, I think he could do it. I think he went down in 2017 with that injury. No, sorry, 2018.
Yeah,
2018 he went down with that injury. So I want to see him one more year. And you know what? He should learn what he learned from Tom Brady. Take a pay cut. Take a pay cut. You want these guys like Odell, you know, AJ Green to come. Take the pay cut. And the reason why he's been playing so, I
think they already paid him off. You know what? Because they can get out of that contract now. They've already.
You know what? If Garoppolo is smart, go to Lynch. Be like, you know what? I want to take a pay cut. This money is stressing me out. You know, every time I play, I get stressed. Take the pay cut.
Because I'm overpaid.
Get some players in here. A little bit of that stress will be off. You know, and he could play a little bit without stress. I think that's what it is. And if you look at it, the reason why they haven't paid Dak Prescott is because once you pay him, he goes to shit.
And Jack is good,
And
but
that's
he
for
ain't no
every
140
single,
mil
they don't,
good.
they don't go they don't go to shit, but they start playing a little bit down. You have to pay some of those guys, other guys on the team. You know, you got to pay the linemen, you got to pay wide receivers. You know, there's other people on that team as well.
It helps the whole team out when you don't get overpaid. So yeah, which the Chiefs got that to worry about starting next year.
Chiefs got to worry about that because they're going to give probably Mahomes
biggest
the
payday
bank.
of all time. Yeah.
Here you go. Here's your checkbook. Just write which
Whatever
number you want. Whatever you want. Yeah. See, only guys like Mahomes and Wilson that could like get out of the pocket and even throw it. You give money like that to them. But our guy, we got a system quarterback, so we got to build around.
Oh, I don't know, Shalil. That's a little harsh. Okay. Remember when he first came in 2017? Did he look like a system quarterback at that time? See,
he didn't look like a system quarterback.
In 2017, you thought he did?
2017, no. I didn't.
Yes,
think
that's
he
what I'm
was a
saying.
system quarterback.
Here's the thing we need to keep in mind too about Jimmy. He's trying to do the Shanahan style football to the best he can. It doesn't always call for a lot of ad-libbing. Although I really wish Shanahan would say to him.
I don't think they're on the same page. I don't think they're on the same page. That's why Kyle's getting a little bit iffy. He's getting mad, and Jimmy, I don't know. I'm just listening, and they need to come up with a strategy. You know what? Kyle Shanahan needs an offensive coordinator. Who else better to work with Jimmy in the offseason? Mike Shanahan, bring him in, and Mike Shanahan can give him tips and pointers.
They did that last year. 5 hours a day. Mike even gave him homework. Here's the thing, Shalil, what we all should remember too. Under stress, Jimmy, under pressure is when he messed up. When he wasn't under pressure, do you know he was straight money? His percentages are off the chart. So that's what I'm saying. I think we need to wait a minute. It's like I said, Matty Ice sucked under Cal Shanahan his first year. Second year, he was the MVP. So I think some conclusions are being jumped to a little prematurely about Jimmy G. He doesn't suck. He's only had 1 year with Kyle Shanahan after coming off an ACL
Maybe
tear.
it's just play calling, man, because
it's
I think he does very well when play action. He does really well.
And again, that goes to not being under pressure. Now, the scary thing is, I don't want a Jared Goff situation. Jimmy, you got to stay cool under pressure. Jared Goff, when he's under pressure, he sucks. He's okay when he's not. But Jimmy can be very good when not under pressure. And I think he did feel the pressure in the Super Bowl. So this is why we probably should I think some of the judgment is going a little too far, too harsh. Just my own opinion.
Yeah, that's why, I'm going to wait, give it 1 more year, see what happens, If he changes, we get an MVP performance, he's doing really well, then keep him. If he's not, then we got to look
Kyle's
for some other
probably
guy.
on the same page. Yeah, he's probably waiting to see, too.
Kyle, same thing, man. You know what? I didn't want to believe, the Atlanta fans saying he choked. But now, looking at this performance, he's and he has to prove me wrong, too. He's Captain Choke.
Yeah, but
I'm sorry.
But Shalil, Dan Quinn was the head coach.
Dan,
this is why, he knows he doesn't get
good
any
at
credit.
Running the ball, you keep running with it.
Then if I'm Shalil, if you were Dan Quinn, why don't you call up to the booth? Hey, Kyle, listen, I'm telling you what. Let's go ahead and run that ball. Dan is the head coach. Whatever he tells Kyle to do, Kyle's got to do. I still think, should get some of that blame, as well as a defense. You guys gave up how many points? I'm a little concerned about our own defense. This is another story, though, because we got to go. But you know what? Some things have to be altered in that defense. Some of the things they felt susceptible to in that fourth quarter.
You know what? Get rid of the guys that didn't play.
That defense.
Get rid of McKinnon. Get rid of all these guys that didn't play. We need to draft a kick returner, and we should get rid of Jimmy Ward. Try to sign Jamal Adams. He's pretty good. He doesn't get hurt when tackling. This guy gets hurt when
Jamal
tackling.
Adams. Hey, are you talking about the Jets, Jamal Adams?
Yeah, the Jets guy.
That's going to be hard to do. You think the Jets can let him go? Anyway,
Jets are trying to get rid of him last year. So we need to get on it.
Might be a head case.
Yeah.
All right.
And he was pissed off. Jamal Adams was pissed off. All right, Ronbo, thank you for the platform.
All right. Thanks, Jamal. I'm Shalil. I'm looking at Jamal Adams.
Later, Ronbo.
All right, Shalil. Talk to you later. Friday.
Later.
Okay. All right. Hey, G.I. Jones, I see you. Man. We need to adopt better pass blocking, and Jimmy G will ball out. It's not Jimmy. It's in line protection and Shanahan scheme. G.I. Jones, thanks for the contribution. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking. I think we put too much emphasis on Jimmy's failures. The real thing I want to point out real quick, too. We didn't have a good wide receiving core until Game 8. We were still out there looking at Dante. Marquise was dropping home run balls. Trent Taylor was the best-looking thing in camp before season started. He wasn't there. Deebo Samuels didn't come around until about week 7. He was good, but there's a lot of things that you just can't blame all on Jimmy, is what I'm thinking. So I'm looking forward to next year, see what happens. Hey, is that Josh back? Hey, Josh!
Hey, Ronbo, I don't know what happened when I was on the line the last time.
It was I couldn't talk to you because I had tech difficulties. My speaker system went out. But anyway, go ahead, Josh.
No, so what I was saying was you got this clown, hey, what's up in here? Man, this guy's, he's a fake 49er fan. Boot him out.
I know, but we can't. Listen, Josh, we can't. Josh, listen, unless he breaks the rule, if you have a disagreement in opinions, you got to block him. All right? This is like I say, because there's some guys, unless they break rules, I can't just throw people out. So we got to make till they break a rule. He hasn't broke one yet, other than disagreeing with other people and pissing them off. So block him if you don't like him. How about that?
No, I usually don't get pissed off about it, but this guy has no knowledge, just like the last guy that I was saying that had no football knowledge. He's just
look how many people look at Mike Florio. He doesn't have it either. So anyway, give me some conversation about who you like on this team and who you want to get rid of and that type of thing. What are you thinking there?
I think we're going to end up keeping Jet because we haven't seen what he could do for us. That's a lot of money just to let him go.
I agree. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen too.
And then I'm pretty sure we're probably gonna keep Eric Armstead. He had a hell of a year this year, and it's gonna cost some money, but
he might be the
we're
franchise
gonna want to
tag.
come back with the same team that we had. We're gonna have to let go of some people, but I think Jimmy Ward we might let go. I think Pettis I think he's gone.
Well, he's got a rookie contract. That's the thing. You got to trade guys like Pettis. This is his third year coming up? Yeah, he's still got that rookie contract.
Well, I think we're going to end up trading him to get some draft picks because.
That I can imagine.
We got to make some. Yeah, we got to make some moves. Because we had the game. The game was ours. What ended up happening is Jimmy was just getting too much pressure. We had to change up things to where we couldn't run the way that we were. They were just, blocking us on the run game. And, when Jimmy gets rushed, he's not very good at it. He can still make plays, but when he's getting pressured, it turns out to be, like it did in the Super Bowl in the fourth quarter.
Yeah. And most quarterbacks are that way. Yeah, they get flustered. They got to get rid of the ball sooner. Mahomes made a lot of bad throws in that game due to the pressure, too.
Yeah.
He got loose to make a couple of throws, and his RPOs always work. This is the thing. Something about the defense has to be rewritten.
Yeah. Yeah, no, and you know what? I don't know about, people are already saying, get rid of Quan Alexander. That dude is a beast.
I know.
He got injured. He came back from a torn pec muscle. Why would you want to get rid of him? I could see us getting rid of like Witherspoon. As much as I'm a Witherspoon guy, if we're wanting to make some big moves to change our defense, we're gonna have to let go of some guys, definitely.
Yeah.
Like Sheldon Day. I like Sheldon Day, but I think we'll probably end up getting rid of him.
Sheldon Day got moved around though. The offensive line, they moved Sheldon Day around.
Yeah.
Who else is in
they
center?
might keep him and let Solomon Thomas go.
Which was the most expensive? I can't wait to see what happens to Solomon T. Because he's a first number 2, or he should have been number 2. He's number 3. He hasn't. As talking about running out of patience, this is his 4th year coming up, right?
Yeah, 4th year. Yeah.
They'll look at him one more year. I'm pretty sure. One more year for him Because what ends up happening is we're not going to renew his contract. We're not going to pick up his fifth-year option, put it that way. He's a first-round pick, so we'll see what happens with that. Josh?
Hey, Ronbo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Josh, yeah, go ahead real quick because we only got 30 seconds. What else?
No, that's just about it, and I just want everybody to, keep in mind, we made it to the Super Bowl. 13-3. Our team is young. Jimmy G is a hell of a good quarterback, and he's only going to get better. And this loss, you can't put it all on Kyle, and you can't put it all on the defense. It was a whole team effort.
Yeah, that's true. Everybody made some mistakes.
It's just not one person. And, we got
everybody
a
except
new
for
season
George
coming
Kittle.
up.
He was perfect.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yep.
What'd you say?
Well, we've got a new season coming up, and, we'll get back.
We will. No doubt about it. Josh, let me go. I tell you what, I want to look for you Friday and see what develops around town. All right?
All right, fam.
All right. Night, Josh. All right. Are we gonna give AJ a shot again? Oh, let me see Isaac Pager. Isaac says Jimmy couldn't get the connection with the wide receivers from the ACL. Let him get a full offseason again. Chemistry, and he will be an MVP candidate this season. And thanks, Isaac, for that contribution. And Jai Jones says Jimmy has no time to make a good read. That's another thing. We got to realize Jimmy's had 1 year under Kyle, and he was underneath extreme pressure. And that's why that offensive line is, I don't know what they're going to do about that, but guys can't just explode through the line like Jadeveon Clowney and some of these guys that we seen yesterday. He's not Superman, even though he looks like him. But the thing is, you got to protect him. Because we did get protection, as I say. Another thing I'll never understand, Kyle. What happened to play action? That submit that you have to have a good run game to run play action. No, you don't. It would be nice, but Kyle, run everything on a play action. Stop making him stand there and read. This is one thing. I'll argue with Kyle on that. Even though he's the genius, I'll argue with Matt all day. AJ! AJ often puts us in his pocket and forgets we're looking for him. I heard some noise, though. AJ? AJ? All right. Hey, Ellis.
Yo, Ronbo, what's going on?
Ellis, man, we're sitting there looking at the next phase, which, of course, is getting over the Super Bowl. And now we're looking at some of the things they're saying about who's staying, who's going. Ellis, who's in your camp to stay and who's in your camp to say goodnight? I already know a couple of them.
Man. Yeah. Shout out to Marquise Goodwin, man. I think he's had a lot of hardships these past couple of years. And, I know spiritually, emotionally, he's been really tied down with a lot of different things. So
that's true.
But I think, because there's so much that's affected him, I think, and, not to be unfair or anything, but I do think it's time to, move on from the Marquise Goodwin. I think the Jared McKinnon situation is up in the air. If there can't be a fair restructure to where we can hold him and then maintain and keep some of our other guys, our main guys that actually played this year and were factors, that maybe we need to move some money around. If we can maintain and keep him, then maybe, but I don't really care for him too much because I haven't seen him. I just recall him playing for the Vikings, and that's all I know of him thus far. You know what I'm saying? But Matt Breida, I would like, we need some backup running backs. I think Jeff Wilson should get some more snaps next year. I don't think we need to have any star big name running backs. It looks like we got these no name guys that have been passed down from team to team to team that are coming and are working really well under Kyle Shanahan's offense and on his team. So I don't really think that we need to get rid of Matt Breida per se. I would rather. I maybe would. Well, it's either we try McKinnon and get rid of Breida, or get rid of Breida and try McKinnon, or get rid of both of them. And let's just do the use check, Wilson, Mostert, and Tevin Coleman show, as far as the running back core is concerned.
Well, yeah, and if they need another, 49ers are great at finding running backs. So, if somebody's not producing. Yeah. The Matty B thing really freaks me out, though. He went from being absolutely the beast of the team to being
dynamic.
benched. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty sad because, you know, he actually really had me like feeling like, damn, like why hasn't he been getting, you know,
any touches
why
at
hasn't
all?
he been getting all the burn? He should have been getting burned, you know, if he was doing this well, and then all of a sudden he just kind of, you know, fell off after those injuries and things started, you know, kind of messing with him. But we, you know, from the receiving core, you know, I like Emmanuel Sanders a lot, but we don't have to have him.
He has a big impact on those young receivers, though. You think or not?
I like him. I like him a lot. I think he'd be perfect even if, you know, Odell and AB were on some big teams next year. I think if we still maintain our receiving core, we would be at the top of the food chain, because Jalen Hurd, I can't wait to see him next year. I know we've all been talking about it. I was never so damn excited in my life once I seen him in that preseason game, running dudes over, going into the end zone, just dragging guys. You know what I mean? So
I wish
look
they'd give us
forward
a
to seeing
status
him.
update on his health. They don't say a word about Jalen. I keep Googling him all
I
the time.
know.
Latest news on Jalen Hurd? Nothing. All right, it's from last year. Oh, man. Why? They don't say
Well,
nothing.
hopefully they got. Yeah, they're probably just keeping it under wraps, and just kind of like they didn't say nothing about Jason Verrett. We haven't heard anything from him in a long
I forgot
time.
all about
Hopefully
him until you brought that up.
Yeah, he's a skeleton now, but you know, it's between a lot of those guys, man. I just think we need to, you know, we could probably get rid of him. We can anything that's kind of dead weight, we need to get rid of, because we have to come back. We have to come back and redeem ourselves. I'm gonna tell you this right now. The way the season worked out, how we were 4-1 in our division. You know how we had played some strong games. We had some really big wins this year. And we let all that kind of go, you know, just kind of go to the wayside and give this damn game to the Chiefs. And I'm still fucked up behind it. I can't lie to you.
Ellis, you know what, Ellis? I don't think the Chiefs were the best team we played all year. Okay, some of the teams we played.
They are not.
This is what bothered me.
I was just saying that earlier. I'm like, we played Baltimore. We played the Saints. We played all these other teams. I mean, hell, even the Seahawks were better. Could give us a little more run for the money. And I think that's just because of the history that we have together, and how there's always a grudge match. But I'm just saying, there's no better.
I know, Ellis.
So,
let's continue Friday. But yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. That's what burns me up so bad. But anyway, man.
Yeah, man, we worked hard, to get the Seahawks out the way. We didn't have to play the Saints. I mean, everything was just perfectly laid out for us, man. But okay, Ronbo, on the next one. When are we back?
All right, man.
When are we back again?
Friday. Right.
Friday we back? Okay.
Yes.
All right, fam. Shout out to you. Shout out to the entire Niner Empire, man. We coming back, y'all. We gotta wait. It's a wait process now.
All right, that's
it's
true.
all the way.
Yes, indeed. All right.
All right, champion.
All right, fam.
Good talking to you. All right, Brian.
Always.
Peace.
All right. For that, Brian, let's we got to pay attention to rules too. We don't refer to Seahawks fans as being homosexuals. All right. 361, you in Texas. $361 Texas.
What?
Hello. Hey, what is your name? Hello. Come on in, Texas. 361 area code. Hello. Hello. Yes.
Hello.
Yes, I'm listening. What is your name, please?
It's me, Javier Ronbo.
Oh, it's Javier. Javier, I've not talked to you in a long time. I think, have we talked before? Javier, let me put Javier down. This is Javier's phone. All right. Javier, come on in, man.
Yeah, it's me. Dude, have you noticed the media is not talking about how well the Chiefs played? It's more like how we messed up and how we gave it away.
I know, and they'd be right, don't you think?
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't blowing us off the field. We just got weak at the end. God.
I don't know what happened. I mean, I'm sorry. I was busy hanging up my new rack. My stepdad bought me a 49er cap rack. Pretty
All
cool.
right.
I'm just putting it up right now. And I have
That's
it on.
what to
I'm
do.
saying if I didn't hear you.
Javier,
But,
hey,
I
Javier,
mean-
you get closer to your microphone because you're coming in and out.
Can you hear me now?
That's a little better. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I was hanging up my 49er cap rack that my
All right.
stepdad got me. So, just getting it ready. But, yeah, man, I noticed that the media wasn't even talking about how great the Chiefs were or anything like that. It was more like how we just
Screw it
gave
up.
the game away. Yeah.
Well, you know what, Javier, I got to tell you, man. Had we played that team right after the NFC Championship game, Javier, the 49ers, some of the things they did look out of sync, like they was out of practice. It was weird.
Yep.
And Mahomes didn't look that good either. Maybe they should only have 1 week to wait on the Super Bowl.
I mean, we had two recovered. I mean, Mahomes threw it twice, and we recovered it twice off him, right? Yeah, it was twice.
He never throws INTs. That's all I can say. And Patrick Mahomes hasn't thrown an INT in the entire playoffs this season. 49ers lit him up for 2. Everybody got mad at Jimmy G for throwing his. Mahomes did too.
Yeah, he threw 2.
Yes.
And then, check this out. They're busy saying that we should get Tom Brady. Why?
Oh, I wish
we
they
don't
would
need
stop
Tom
with
Brady.
that.
We don't need Tom Brady. We do not need him.
And some of us don't want him.
If we were to get Tom Brady, we'd probably have maybe 3 tops, 3 years tops. That's it. With the weapons we have right now.
You give him 3.
Maybe.
I say 2. Brady is fooling himself thinking he's going to play until he's 50 years old. Tom, man, Tom didn't look that good last year.
Oh, yeah, guess you're right. But, I mean, we have Garoppolo, who is still – I mean, this is what, his first full season? And look what we got.
I agree.
We got to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
We got to the Super Bowl with him playing a whole season. I'm telling you, this
and people said get rid of him. I said, come on, man. Get rid of him for what? Let him grow.
I mean, I can tell you this right now. My wife, she likes 49ers, but I mean, she's not really football, this and that. But what I can say is that even she's like, why would they do that?
Yeah. I still know. Some people just don't have any patience. Even you see what's going on. 2017, Javier, was he a good quarterback? I thought he was fantastic. He gets hurt.
He played like how many games and he did very good?
Yeah, ad-libbing. He was playing off schedule. He was out there rolling out the pocket, directed traffic. I mean, Kyle Shanahan said, I want you to stand in that pocket. I want you to survey the field. And Kyle, would you lighten up on this don't move, keep your eye downfield?
Well, I'll tell you
I get it.
My
But
wife
come on,
does
man.
say that he does have a tendency of freezing every now and then. So he needs to, loosen up a little bit more.
I want him to leave the pocket. I want more play action. I want rollouts. That's what Javier, that's what the NFL is now. Nobody stands there in the pocket anymore. You do if you got a clean shot.
Nope.
But otherwise, move. Move.
The one I think all that changed was when Kaepernick came in, when Wilson came in, when RG3 came in. That's when they all started running. That's when they all started running out of the pockets and running downfield.
And now, every guy in the draft that can do that, look at Joe Burrow's going to be the first pick out of the draft. Another athlete. Look what the Giants picked up last year. Look at the Buffalo Bills. All these guys, long, rangy, and can move. Jimmy can move, Javier. It's just Kyle's not.
Yep.
He ain't going for it. We've seen him move.
Yep.
The first touchdown we ever seen him throw, he was moving.
I think he's a little hesitant because of what happened.
And also because of Kyle. Kyle wants you to stand there, watch the routes for him, take a choice, take your shot. Kyle, your offensive line don't always allow all that. Let him run sometimes. Get out of there. He doesn't have to run, but move left, right, do something.
Yeah. Hey, do you know if Staley's going to stay or is he going to retire?
Good question. He ain't saying nothing.
That's what I want to know.
He's still pissed off.
Word.
He's still pissed
Oh,
off.
I
You know
mean,
what?
I mean,
Probably.
Get this, man. I was at the gym today, and next thing you know, I look to the left of the TV screen. They're showing the Chiefs parade. I'm like, come on, man. Change
Oh
channel.
man, Javier, don't get me started. Javier, we're out of time, man. Javier, get back to me, man. I'll be back Friday, okay?
No problem, Bob. See you later, man.
All right, fam. Night.
Later.
Yeah, man. We are. Hey, John V, come on in, man.
Ronbo, how you doing, buddy?
John, you had to be there to witness it up close and personal. I feel bad enough. I can't imagine how bad you were feeling walking back to whatever transpo you were in and everything else. That sucked. We would lose that game in the last 5 or 6 minutes? No way. Oh, man.
I mean, we were at a 96% chance of winning that game at the point that we shit the bed.
10-point lead?
And it literally, if it wasn't bad enough that I was so emotionally invested in such an amazing season that I'm jumping up and down, spilling my beer, hugging a guy I don't even know from Canada every time we do something good. And then in just minutes, sucked the life out of me. I mean, it haunted me that I didn't sleep right, man. I had dreams. I was tossing, turning. I was sick. I was sick. I'm still not right. I mean, I'm having a hard time functioning as a human being.
It's going to take a while.
I can't look at the TV. I haven't turned on ESPN. I won't
don't
listen
do it.
to Fox Sports. I won't listen to nobody. I listen to your show because it's therapeutic. It's like going to a psychiatrist.
Well, good.
I listen to Dre. I listen to Will. I couldn't agree with them more on some of the things that they said. Most of the things that they said. Getting rid of Jimmy is not the answer. We can't. We don't have time to sit here and
go through another
piss
quarterback
around with a new quarterback. We're trying to get Jimmy situated and acclimated. I mean, yes, he's not moving the way he did. He's not moving the way he did before the injury. I feel like that Shanahan is kind of a gift and a curse to this man. I mean, I think Jimmy's worrying about proving himself to his coach, and not so much the media, because I don't think he bothers with it, but I think he really believes that Kyle doesn't trust him, and that really pisses me off. You know, I've seen Jimmy move. You've seen Jimmy move. Even with the brace, that boy can move. He's made some really brave moves this season with that brace. I mean, he's diving. He was doing stuff. Kyle held him back this Super Bowl. I swear to God, it didn't even look like we opened the playbook. It looked like we closed it. We peeked in the pages a couple times and then we shut it again.
John,
I mean, I don't know, Ronbo. It didn't look right.
John, he was playing carefully not to lose instead of playing to win. Kyle, for God's sakes, you got one of the most dynamic offenses in the league. We're number 2 in scoring this season. Go, man. Go for it.
The guy has
Kyle's
Super
trying
Bowl
to be careful.
PTSD. It is Super Bowl PTSD. This dude, I mean, we talked about Jimmy croaking. Everybody's talking about this dude's going to choke. He's going to blow it. Kyle choked. I mean, Kyle legitimately choked.
He's hearing it too, John. We see Jimmy getting the shit, but Kyle is getting it from every angle too. This is not as loud, but Kyle's getting ridiculed right and left badly.
I'm sorry, Ronbo. I love my team and I support them in every way I can, but I don't feel sorry for him.
Yeah.
I'm very disgusted with that dude. The way that I watched that game, the way that I saw it go to its peak, and the way that we were getting 6 yards on the ground. We were getting 6 yards and then some. I mean,
John,
you don't just go away
do a
from
thing
that
with
to
Debo.
win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, they couldn't even do. Debo looked
Not
like a
even
man amongst children.
Second half.
Oh, damn.
Yep.
Give him the ball.
Unbelievable.
Kyle, if you don't trust anybody, give the ball to Debo. They can't stop him. No, we got to pass the ball.
No, we got to pass the ball. We got to pass the ball. There were times, Ronbo, where, yes. I mean, you could hear 1,000 people at a watch party screaming, "Run the ball!" 3 downs. The pocket's caving. Jimmy's frustrated. The boy didn't need to throw the ball. The boy needed to hand the ball off. This game snuck away in the last 6 minutes. Everything went to shit, and it reflected poorly on coaching. I mean, we can blame Jimmy We can say he didn't. He got scared. We can say he's frustrated. We can say he got pressured. But that's what defenses are supposed to do. They're going to get pressures. Pressures are part of the game. If you're doing it, you're doing your job. Okay, you can't stare down the receiver. Yes, he got swatted a couple of times, right? Yes. Okay, we can fix this. Off season, there are people that can work with Jimmy, but we've got to provide him with the stuff that he needs. I mean, I don't know that Kyle's the answer. I don't know.
Well, John, here's the thing. We've seen Kyle put together a series of plays that are mind-boggling. Where was that ingenuity during this game? Kyle, you know how to set up the pass. You don't just make Jimmy stand there one down after another, keep throwing the ball. John, you and I know better than that. Oh I don't know what he was doing.
Super Bowl, Ronbo.
Oh.
It's the goddamn Super Bowl. Where did you go? you have PTSD.
John,
you have Super Bowl PTSD.
John, we're taking ourselves back to Sunday. We got to stop it. We're supposed to be recovering.
I know, Ronbo. I was trying to recover, man. I was just hiding under a blanket, brother. I know. I couldn't handle it.
But we got to go, fam. John, let's get together Friday and more therapy, okay? God dang.
Absolutely.
So
Ronbo,
true.
always a pleasure, my man. I appreciate everything. Platform's phenomenal.
Love hearing from you,
us
too.
through it, man. I know it. I know you are.
Thanks,
all right,
fam.
take care. Good night.
All right, John. You too. It'll be all right.
Bye-bye.
Have a good night.
All righty. Bye-bye.
Hey, AJ! I think AJ either passed out or he's busy whooping somebody. Hey, Deshaun! I like to imagine what AJ's doing because AJ's kind of pumped up these days. Hey, Deshaun! AJ's going to get me. I know he's going to look at this and say, Ronbo talking about me, huh? Hey, Deshaun. David! Come on in, Dave! Fan!
Hello?
David. Right here, Dave.
Ronbo.
Come on in. Yeah. David, can you hear me?
Hold on, Ronbo. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Ronbo,
Yes.
you know how it was to go to school on Monday.
Oh, God. Especially if everybody knows you and who you represent. That must have been just, God, I can't imagine. Oh, that sucks. Dude's coming all the way from across the room and all the way across campus. Hey, David, man, what happened to your team, bro? Y'all leave, on and on.
Yeah, bro, it was just horrible, Ronbo. I couldn't believe it. And my Debo jersey came in on Thursday. Was it Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday, and we had sports day on Tuesday, and I was gonna try to just put on that jersey and just rep it because my other jersey I grew out of it, so I ordered a new one, but it didn't come in time, dude.
Well, you know what? This is okay. David, we have to go through this. As 49er fans, we've been through this a lot in the last few years, right? So, you got to figure our time is coming around. We got to wait a few months, unfortunately, before they get back out there to prove everybody wrong. And, it's just part of the process. We'll have our time is coming. No big deal. No problem. Let the haters talk and have their fun. We'll have ours. Our turn is coming.
Yep. All the Raiders fans, especially.
Well, Raider fans, they cannot say nothing, David. Can't say a word. And they're the ones talking about getting Tom Brady. And Gruden is serious. Boy, Brady in Vegas.
Ronbo. I feel like that's a bad move for Brady. I don't think Brady wants to do that unless he just wants the money.
From what I understand, he wants to come to Cali because this is his home, and he may end up in. You know what? You're right. Vegas won't be it. It'll be the Chargers. Chargers got a good defense. They got some wide receivers. Yeah. That's probably it.
So, Rob, what's up? Let's talk about what's going on here. What's on your mind?
Now we're talking about who we go keep, and got some contracts that are expiring. Who we're going to keep? Who do you have no problem letting walk?
It's so hard because then like everybody, everybody that's been talking so far, like disagreeing with other people. I mean, it's so hard. Like one person I do not want to see let go, even though I know that people may disagree with me, but I really don't want to see Marquise Goodwin go, even though throughout these 2 years, he's had injuries and stuff like that. He's a real weapon. I think I think he's better than Tyreek Hill. I'm sorry to say, even though he's had injuries, he's faster than Tyreek Hill. I think he's had some drops, obviously, but I think with Kyle's scheme and his playbook, I think that he could fit in well. And I saw Trent Taylor. I like Trent Taylor as well, so I want him to stay too. And I don't know if you remember when we talked, but Matty B, I would like for him to stay. And then see if McKinnon has anything, and if he doesn't, then just let him go. But I really want to see Matty B stay. I really like that guy. He's fast. He knows what I feel like. Yeah, that's what I'm at right now.
Yeah, and he might stay. I got a feeling though, it's going to be like they're going to give him a contract. He's going to look at it and say, that's all. Because look how they treated him at the end, right? They didn't even let Matty B play. No touches. He's playing special teams. I said, what? Matty B? Oh, he's fallen. He was way up here. Now they got Matty B way down here. I mean, Jeff Wilson got in the game in the Super Bowl, not Matty B. Still, Kyle's got Matty B in the doghouse for good. So, I really don't know what's going to go on with him. They're going to look at Jerick McKinnon. Kyle cannot wait to look at Jerick McKinnon. Most people want to see him thrown out, but 49ers spent too much money on Jerick McKinnon just to let him walk. They got to see what he has.
Yeah.
I know what's going on there. So.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens with that. So as far as the defense goes, man, I don't know. I need Ronnie Blair back. Sign Ronnie Blair, coach. Don't fool around. Give him some money now. All right. I gotta have DJ Jones will be back next year off the injury list. He's not. His contract doesn't expire yet anyway. I'm not sure about. You know what? The dude that I'm is Street gonna be okay? Street comes in for a few minutes. He's out. Comes back in another few minutes. He takes a few weeks off. I thought he was getting better, but man. What's the story on him? And I'm hoping D Ford can get that leg fixed. D, come on, man. D Ford, we didn't talk about D Ford the whole Super Bowl. Oh, okay. I'm getting upset again. I'm trying to forget about Sunday. I'm sorry, fam. Dave,
it's okay.
Man.
Yeah, you got to chill, Ronbo. We got to get past that already. We got to wait for these months to pass so that we could see these guys on the field again.
I know. It's gonna be a process. We're gonna have like flashbacks. You'll be all right for 1 minute, all of a sudden flashbacks. It's like drugs hanging around in your system. Anyway, hey David, we're gonna go, fam. And come back Friday. I'll be looking for you. Okay.
All right, Ronbo. All right, fam.
All right,
appreciate
David.
all you 49ers fans. Y'all gotta stay strong.
Yes, we
do. Yeah, we gotta stay really strong. I know this team has very good potential. We know it. We all know it. So,
Just gotta realize.
All right, Ronbo.
All right, fam.
Love, fam. I'll see you later.
All right. Night, David.
Night, Ronbo.
All right. Well, I tell you, I just have it. It's like suddenly, you're calm, and then all of a sudden, we may have to take medication, fam. Man, it just flares up all of a sudden. Guerrero says, "Hey, fam, damn, remember how I wish it was the Packers going to the Super Bowl instead of my Niners that they could have lost to the Chiefs." Hey, Greg, you make a good point because maybe we weren't ready. Because we couldn't close. But we looked ready all year. But you're right. I don't know what's... Big boys climb on big ring. And you know how we script the first 15 plays. Yep. Kyle needs to script 15 plays for different game scenarios. Up by 10, run. Debo, reverse run. Because, you see they can't do nothing with him, Kyle. Bob Merck says $21 million in cap space. And some tough decisions to be made, but I'm sure Lynch and Shanny will get this done. Yeah. One thing I like about our front office is they will get it done. They won't hurt themselves. They'll make the right decisions, I'm pretty sure. And thanks for the contributions, fam. Guero, big boys clam on Big Ring. Bob Burke. Maurice.
What's up, Ronbo?
Maurice, tonight we're talking about, Maurice, it's funny, we're trying not to talk about the Sunday game and trying to move forward, but it's going to take a while for us to be able to do that. Meanwhile, we're talking about there's got to be some guys that get re-signed. There's some guys that probably need to be said goodbye. I mean, Maurice, who's on your list to keep it and who's on your list of get rid of it?
All right, now this is my theory, All right, since we like to run the ball, and, we're going to establish a run game, all right, for wide receivers, all got to have good speed and good technique, So
Agreed.
That's why I always say keep Goodman. So if they're going to play us to stop the run, we need to burn them every time. Every time. That way they got to respect us when we do run. So they don't know what we're doing. They can know we're doing it, but don't know how we're doing it. So for that note, I need to keep Goodman. Like for the speed, hope Herb, I've been listening to the podcast and everything. Is Herb going to be pretty good?
Oh, I wish we could get a report. Nobody says a word about Jalen. And I keep looking.
If he's up the par, keep him, Probably let Pettis go, so you probably can't let him go because you said that he's on a rookie contract. So, I don't know how they're going to try to swing that. But I guess on defense, you might have to let Spoon go, you might have to, I don't like it, but you have, I don't know, I don't know if he had a bad injury and it was affecting his mental, but he wasn't making good breaks on the ball. It's like he's not moving his hips right. So where he can turn, he can look back at the quarterback and still have awareness running with the receiver where he don't get,
Maurice,
too much separated.
Maurice, I want to ask you a question. We picked 31 in the draft. There are several things that you could do. Maurice, what would you do with that 31 pick? Because it's going to have a lot to do with what you do on that roster next. But who are you taking in the first round?
That 31 pick either got to be a cornerback or a good safety or offensive line.
Yeah. I think everybody agrees. Cornerback, offensive lineman. I'm also thinking I want to look at one more premier wide receiver.
Sometimes you can pick a safety, but you can play him as corner or put him in a situation where he can survey the field. If he got them type of skills, it all depends his skill set. In that safety, just in case Ward decide not to, sign with us or we can't keep him or something like that.
That's the nice thing about free agency. Going into the draft, the 49ers are going to know who's staying and who's going. And they can make their decisions from there. And these guys are good in the draft, so yeah, you're right. That's what's gonna decide that first round pick. Maurice, what do you think about the offensive line? Jimmy G is getting a lot of flack, but they are killing him because Kyle insists on him standing there and rolling down the field, keeping his eye downfield. I have had enough of that. If you're gonna do that, give me an offensive lineman, especially a guard, that can stop that charge up the middle.
Right. They got to be stopped. That way, if the outside is coming to him,
He's got time.
He can move up the middle. Like everybody on us. So that's how my homeboy kind of broke some run because he came up through the middle on us because we didn't have Blair playing and what's the other guy? There's another guy that was good up the middle. You know what I'm saying? You know when the boys get
DJ
ready.
Jones. Yeah, Blair and Jones together. That's why the rotation was sizzling at the beginning of the season. We was bad. Couldn't do nothing with that defensive line. Got hurt. Plugging in with certain people didn't work. Okay.
And they had to run more downs. You know what I'm saying? To run plays, they're gonna get gassed up. So when they do try to run the ball, they'll be more reluctant to let them get a free yard because they're tired.
Hold on a minute, Maurice. We got Ivan Hawk. Don't do it again. That's enough spamming. We know what the score was. We saw it once. Ivan, I'm going to tell you one more time, Ivan. One more time, and you are gone. I told you about spamming the other day. I'm not playing. I'm serious. Hey, Maurice, we got to go, fam. Let me see you Friday. It's good stuff. I knew it would be. All right.
All right, shout out to Niner Nation. Everybody be good and be faithful.
All right. Thanks, Maurice. And we see Hill and Naj. Oh, I'm sorry. And Guerrero's back. He says, today those freaking Chiefs had the parade, and one of their announcers said, "Who can beat the Chiefs? Not even the Niners." That made me so. But Guerrero's kind of a compliment. Not even the Niners. They can say that this year. May not be able to continue to say that for a long time now. We'll see. Hey, Naj. Yo, Naj. Oh, Naj. Hey. And now, Lights, please. Here's the Iron Sheik. Sheik.
Ronbo! What's going on, man? How you doing?
We've got
How's
that
the
part.
people doing?
Hey, Sheik, you know something funny? I was just thinking earlier today, normally this time of year, we're grateful that the season is over because we've been getting our brains beat out for 16 or 17 weeks. And we got through laughing and watching everybody else get beat in the playoffs. And we're watching the Super Bowl and we're over that. And we say, all right, everybody's in a good mood because we're going to get like first-round draft pick. We're number 3 or 4 in the draft. We're number 2 and number 1. We got 2 second-round picks. We got a third-round, fourth, 2 fifth. We're all excited about the draft. We're looking at free agents. We got lots of money. Sheik, this year, things have changed. We don't have a lot of money.
Yes, it did.
We don't have any draft picks.
No.
We got a first-round pick. That's it. We got to wait for a day or so afterward to get another pick. But, Sheik, we got a hell of a team. We're relevant now. We're no longer chumps.
We do.
So, but we can't keep everybody, Sheik, and we need to sign some people. What you got some strategies outlined? What are you going to do?
Yeah, we do have some strategies. Like you said, like before, Ronbo, we had a long season last year when Jimmy G went down, and obviously we were done. And then now this season, we're pretty much, we have like a couple of weeks left for the combine coming up.
Yeah, right?
And
God, it's coming so fast because we ended the season
You got to get ready for that.
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's a short season, so it's going to, the pain is faithful. The pain is, will be okay, I guess. It's only been 3 days, and I've been tempted to hit walls. I've been tempted to do things, but I've been like, no, don't do it. Don't
do
just
physical
get away.
things. Take long walks. Take some
I've
jogs.
been going to gym.
If you got a heavy bag, punch that, kick that. That's what makes me feel better.
Yeah. I've been going to gym, and I've been doing my thing over there. But Ronbo, let me go back to football related. But the thing is, the free agency is going to come around. We only have 5 or 6 picks in the draft. Yes, these guys want to come back. Eric Sanders, he wants to probably come back. Eric Armstead, he said he wants to come back, even if he gets tagged.
He has no problem with that.
The thing about these guys that are free agency right now, I think there's a possible chance it might be a home discount. So if they want to go back and win the Super Bowl, if they're pissed off like everybody else is, have that home discount. Just like Richard Sherman did, bet on yourself, and then make your money the following when we win the Super Bowl. Your only goal right now, Eric Armstead, Rhonda Blair, Sheldon Day, etc. Everybody that want, even these free agents that want to come over. If you want to win the Super Bowl, have a home discount, get a 1 or 2 year contract,
Get
then come
incentive
win.
loaded.
Yes, because everybody wants one. Like there's so many players, Ronbo, that are such a great, and they're in the Hall of Fame, but they haven't never won a Super Bowl. Going to over there, even Kittle said it. I'm going to come back. I'm going to fucking bring vengeance and this and that. He's pissed.
The revenge
he
tour.
wants to come back.
Legendary
The
revenge tour. Yeah.
So home discount, Rom. That's what I want them to do. But obviously everybody needs to get paid. But
especially your first contract.
The whole, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I get it.
Yeah, they'll be fine. I hope these guys can guys like Emmanuel Sanders. I think Sanders will take a contract that might be incentive based. Not he'll have a base salary, but the incentives will, if he can accomplish all of them, he'll get paid a lot. George Kittle's coming off his rookie contract. I don't expect him to take anything less than $13 million.
No, he deserves it.
Yeah, DeForest Buckner's going to get. He's a $15 million man. These guys, their first contracts, they got to get paid. But I only see 3 or 4 guys like that. And Eric Armstead, if he comes back next year and balls out, then you got to let somebody go.
Right.
Who can't perform and keep up, because we're headed for 4 or 5 years of a Super Bowl being open, and we want to get there. Next year should be. Boy, that should be a special year next year, Sheik. Boy, next year's going to be really special. So we're going to see as far as these guys go.
But let me also say this, Ronbo, like all the retardedness on the media right now, saying that Tom Brady should come in over here in San Francisco, and Jimmy G, that is a bunch of horse crap. There's some fans. I'm going to say these fans, fans, some of them. There's so many. Are they stupid? Are they stupid? You want to be the Rams, or you want to have a dynasty? Which one do you want to have?
Sheik, I can promise you, Sheik, there is no way 49ers are not investing into. And how much you got to pay Brady? It's a joke.
20.
Just don't even pay any attention to it.
25.
One guy, Mike Froyo says, well, maybe the 49ers might consider trading for for Tannehill. I turned it off and went and did something else. I said, what in the is wrong with these people, man? Whoa.
23-6, Ronbo.
Oh. Actually,
I don't know if you listen to. I don't know if you listen to him, Ronbo. The herd. That guy came out and said, all this hate. I don't understand all this hate with Jimmy Garoppolo. If he got that throw to Emmanuel Sanders,
we wouldn't even have this conversation.
The MVP. He would have been the MVP.
Sheik, we got to go, fam.
Yeah.
I so agree.
Yeah.
Come on back Friday. Let's continue, okay?
Yeah, Rom, I'm pissed, and I'm going to say I don't want to be the guy, but it might be rigged in the Super Bowl, but whatever. I'm going to turn the page. But faithful! Hit that like for Ronbo Sports, because he's our trophy. Remember that, guys. He's our trophy.
Thanks, fam.
Love you, Ronbo.
Love you back,
and by the way, faithful, before I go, let me say this one. All I want in 2020, one of the main things is stop saying nation and say empire. Please, faithful.
Some people are serious about that. I'll get him. He'll be back. All right. See you Friday.
Later. Love you.
Oh. And let's go to Bill and Shania. Bill!
Dude, I'm about to snap this phone. Do you know you got a spammer by the name of Seahawks Champion on there?
Oh, there's a lot of Hawks fans running around here. Yeah.
Someone needs to get rid of that idiot. He's talking about you're going to be converted to become a Seahawks fan. Oh, man. I'm sitting here trying to drink, smoking a cigarette.
Hawks fans.
My first topic of the day is I wish I had the money. If I had the money, I would have been there to greet the team. To all the fans, I don't know about your circumstance, but a lot of fans who were able to go should have been there to greet the team when they came in. They played their heart out. We all know what happened. I don't need to say it. I'm not repeating it. I would welcome them. I mean, we gotta show our love for the team.
Yeah.
Like I think it was Blanco. I think his name announced on live. Buy the stuff, support the team, listen to the music, et cetera, et cetera. I'm a little bummed out from it. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I know we ain't getting no Tom Brady. They just need to stop.
Oh
that.
no, that's just for fun. I mean, that's just for people to read and laugh, and then people get real serious about it. And others will say, "Kip, no, God, Brady, no." I mean, I love Tom
And
for
then
his
they're
career and
talking-
everything he's done,
and
but
then
he's
when he's
not.
talking
No,
about-
no.
They're talking about a tale of two seasons next year, Cowboys and Chiefs. What?
They've been Bill every year. If you ask, what's this, Shannon Sharp, and you know who, every year he's got the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. Ignore him, man. God.
Oh, I am. I'm like, you guys are stupid. What are you gonna do when it's the Chiefs and Niners again? And we beat them down. What then? What you got to say?
We get to play the Cowboys next year, Bill. Yeah.
Good.
I can't wait.
We can shut them up. And then what? And after we beat them, what are they gonna say?
They'll come up with some reasoning, and all networks will support them. So yeah.
Oh, by the way, they didn't get rid of Bill Vinovich or whatever his damn name is. Vinovich, is that his name?
I call him Vinovich, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
She calls him Vinabee. Vinabee.
Everybody calls him that.
I'm going to say that in channel. It's Bill Vinabee.
I know. We all call him that. I've been calling him that for days. God. We're just gonna let him play.
Like it. The last name sound like it.
Well, yeah, and he plays the role too.
Goodies.
But you know something, Bill? I blame. Actually, we should have started doing the same thing. If they're going to hold, then 49ers offensive line. Next time the Chiefs come charge that line, put a chokehold on them. And if they call it, then everybody will see who we'll expose the refs. Then they'll see. Well, everybody will see who's leaning toward who. Man.
True. We should have got dirty in that game. Not
I really wish
causing
we
any
would have.
injuries, but maybe a little spanking here and there. Jump off sides and sack Mahomes, not injure him. No, not injure him. Just gently take him down, jump off sides. Get a roughing the passer call when we lightly take him down.
Oh yeah, when he's running out of bounds, they blasted Jimmy. Looked like somebody hit him with a sledgehammer on that one play when they ran him out of bounds, and the ref said nothing. Oh, ref. You know that was uncalled for, and certainly more. That was excessive. No flag.
They did that last year against us.
I know.
They did that last year against us when we played them in Kansas City.
If we hit somebody out of bounds that hard, we're going to get a flag. Every time. God, that's it. That's it. No 15-yard penalty for that helmet-to-helmet. Hey, refs, y'all, it's your world. You determine who's going to win this Super Bowl. No problem. But, hey, Bill, we had our chances. And what would have been nice, if Jimmy makes that shot just right and we win that game, we could talk major smack because they cheated, they did everything they could, and we still beat that butt. Yes!
Ronbo, when he threw that pass, somebody noted to me that the ref had his hand on the flag. And he said if we would have caught that and made a catch, it would have flagged us for some BS
OPI. Probably.
Some BS call. So, the what if, we would have got a flag if he would have caught that ball.
See, I believe it too. But we got to go.
Even if we would have ran it, we would have got a flag if we would have got a first down.
Yeah.
I mean, this is accepted. We were robbed in this, and it was going to be theirs. They wanted to give it to them. But the thing is, if we expose them next year, when we go back, this year's done. I'm not worried about this year. I'm worried about next year.
Yeah,
and Vegas don't make a dime.
We got to go, Bill. Well, I'm going to say how many more folks I get here before it gets to 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. So, all right, Bill. All right, on the East Coast anyway.
Tonight I want to shout out.
She can get it, too. Niners!
By the way, I want to stay faithful. Stay faithful. Be happy. Well, shout out a lot of love to the team. They gave it their all. I'm not going to complain about the team. I'm happy about their performance. They did what they could. And if you're out there in the Bay Area, if I could be there, I would. You see him, tell him thank you for the right game.
There you go. All right, Bill.
Let's keep the morale high. We don't want them to go in next season with low morale.
All right. Bill, you should have a great night. We'll talk to you Friday.
You too, bye.
I got to put that. And just say no to Tom Brady. I don't know if the Tom wants to come to San Francisco anyway. I think way too much of it. Tom knows where he wants to go. It's probably not necessarily the 49ers. And 678, you're in Georgia. 678, come on in.
Hi, what's going on, Ronbo?
Yeah. What is your name?
John.
John, hi, John.
I'm from Georgia. I live in Georgia, but I'm from California. My family, we're all Niners fans.
All right. Good to hear from you, John. So,
first thing about the
go ahead.
trade. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're going right the right direction. Go ahead.
About what the video is about what we should bring in next year. I think we're doing most of our team is pretty solid, but I think we need more protection for Jimmy G on the offensive line, and we probably need some good wide receivers, the good deep route wide receivers, good deep route runners.
You're going to get that in the draft. There's a lot of good picks in the draft. This year's rich with wide receivers. There's a few names that are already becoming legendary before they even get to the NFL. Yeah, because you can't afford to go out and get a free agent. Do you do that in the first round, John?
I think it would be a good idea.
Who are your what's your priority with that first round pick? Are you gonna trade it down and maybe get a couple of two?
If it was me, if I was in control of the Niners, if I was running the show, we need, like I said, the main thing we need is a really good deep route runner, like someone like a Randy Moss that can just burn down the field, and Jimmy can just sling it, and he'll come up.
I call that the predator. That's a predator wide receiver. He goes out to find that defensive back that he can just beat up.
And I don't know how. I mean, I love me some Sherman, but I don't know how much longer he has. He's doing well, but if you look at the Packers game and how he got burnt by Devontae Adams, and in the Super Bowl, he got burnt the same way on the inside by 17.
Yeah, Sammy Watkins.
He kept getting beat on the inside.
Well, he's biting on a route. John, I got to tell you, I don't know if that's going to work on Sherman again. It's just a real sharp guy. I doubt he bites on that again. If they're going to run that route, they're going to have to keep going out of bounds, or Sherman's not going to bite. He bit on that sort of route, and then it was too late when they shifted on him going the other way. Devontae Adams, they tried that twice on Sherman, and Sherman picked it off. We're going to see. He's lost a step, but he's so smart that it's still hard to do him.
Yeah. He's a very intelligent quarterback, but, when you're in your 30s, the first thing that, when you're in sports, the first thing you go is your legs. And you'll eventually slow down. But he's still doing a great job. He's one of the best zone corners that's in the game. But when it was all about who's got the best legs, he got burned on the inside. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that.
Yeah, he might be. Time might be up, or he's got to take better position. But if you ask Sherm what he would do about it, Sherm, is that going to be your Achilles heel from this point on? Have you figured out how you're going to adjust to that, or can you adjust to that? Because the fact of the matter is, John, it was the safeties. Earl was pretty much who saved Sherm from a lot of those even before he came to San Francisco. So that's going to be a thought they're going to have to keep in mind. And tell you something else, too, real quick. Because Jason Verrett, had he worked out, word is Sherm was actually not going to be a starter.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
he's definitely making influence on those young cornerbacks. Though he's definitely
Yes.
teaching them some things.
Yes.
He's giving them the book and telling them how to be a great wide receiver.
Yeah,
cornerback. Sorry.
Cornerback. No, his leadership is, if we could put Sherm as a coach, if he's not going to play anymore, have him coach, he'd be awesome. He knows so.
Be like a quarterback coach.
Oh, God. He knows so much about doing that position. I'd love to keep him around. I have a feeling he's going to want to retire as a Seahawk, though. I don't know. I got a feeling, but we'll see.
People are talking a bunch of smack about Jimmy G right now, but if you look at his stats at the end of the fourth quarter, he was 18 for 20.
I know.
But before the fourth quarter, before everything started happening, he was 18 for 20. He barely dropped a pass in that whole game. He was balling.
He made a mistake. He made the last INT. The first INT, I did blame him. The second INT was just a desperation shot. I don't blame him on that. Mahomes had 2. Nobody's giving him grief.
The second INT, he was just taking a shot.
Yeah. So I'm okay. Hey, John, we got to go, fam. Great to meet you. Get back in here. I'll be back here Friday so we can talk some more.
I appreciate it, man. I've been following you all year.
Thanks.
And I was watching. I had you on. We were watching the Super Bowl together.
Great.
But it's first time calling you.
Thanks, John. I appreciate it too. So hey, let's get together Friday then, okay?
All right, man. Talk to you later.
All right, fam. Night. And it's Sergio. Sergio. Oh, wait. I heard a click. Sergio, is that you?
Jasmine.
Hey. Well, Sergio, it's probably, I didn't know the combine is coming up in a couple of weeks. So I guess it's not too early to start talking about who we keeping and who's leaving. Sergio, we usually start this conversation like a month ago. Here we are, one of the last 2 teams standing. Which is why I don't understand why Seahawks fans are in here talking trash. Jesus, that's hilarious.
Everybody wants to talk trash when somebody loses. But you know what? We're winners. Because we're raising that NFC West champs trophy up. So I ain't worried about what they have to say because we number 1 on their division. So why are they talking?
And we're still going to continue to beat that butt. Hawks fans think they can continue where they left off.
And they're going to continue to smell like fish.
I like that.
Keep talking, man. We're shining like gold over here.
It's going to get better, too. Because, the 49ers, hey, Sergio, as I said before the season started last year, this team needs a little more maturity. I was wrong. I knew it was going to get all the way to the Super Bowl. But, shoot, the maturity they gain now, people need to be careful and look the hell out next year. Ain't going to be no more childish antics next season. I got a feeling it's over. Fred Warner's going to get better, and he was already too good. I look for Dre Greenlaw. Sergio, my God, he just grew in leaps and bounds every week. I'm looking at Deebo Samuels like he's been around for 3-4 seasons. Jimmy G, I got a feeling people will be shocked what they see with him next year. Is this second year with Kyle Shanahan? Second year as far as a full season? We got things coming up. I need DJ Jones back. Give me Ronnie Blair. Give me a rotation up front. Look out for Mrs. Bosa's baby boy. He's pissed off. They took something away from him he knows he was going to get. Sergio, let me stop. I'm getting all excited again, man. Go ahead.
I'm not worried. I'm sure we're going to keep a bunch of our players. We're going to have to get rid of a few. But the only thing is that
you think it's going to be a few?
Thinking about right now is keeping that NFC title. Let's win the division. Don't worry about the playoffs. Don't worry about Super Bowl. Let's worry about the division. Then once we get that, then we can worry about the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta just keep doing what we're doing and get back to where we ended.
And can D Ford? I can't. You know what? I'm gonna wait 2 weeks. I'm not gonna look at the latest news on D Ford. But Sergio, we paid a lot of money for D Ford. He's got to get that leg fixed. Damn it. Every time you looked up, D Ford is not going to be activated for this. Oh, what's wrong with him? Every year he has the same problem about the same time. He's not going to be able to participate in camp. Why? We got to have D4.
Yeah, well,
got to have him, Sergio.
it takes time. It takes time to heal, so I'm sure he'll be fine and he'll be way better next year.
I hope so.
I think the same thing about Jimmy.
Yeah.
You know, he played pretty good for, after an injury. He came back and took us to the Super Bowl, and
he was by no means was he awful. People make it sound like Jimmy G's one of the worst quarterbacks in quarterback history. I mean, it's just terrible. Oh, bad. Every mistake he makes is just, oh, God, he sucks. Patrick Mahomes went out there and won the game. He won 2 INTs. Sergio, can you imagine if he would have lost? Patrick Mahomes is not the juggernaut we thought. He threw 2 INTs. If they would have lost...
And why did he deserve MVP? That's what I don't understand.
Should have given it to the running back.
He dropped the ball. He almost fumbled the ball. Well, he did fumble the ball, but he got it back. He got sacked, 3 or 4 times?
Mm-hmm. Don't forget the 2 INTs.
How the hell is he MVP?
Because
The only reason why they look at it as him as the MVP is because we gave him the ball back twice to win the game. That's the only reason why he got MVP.
Should have gave it to either Tyreek Hill or Damian. I mean, you know what? Okay, you got to make him the golden boy this year. That's fine. You know what? Good.
That's all
Go
favoritism,
ahead.
man.
Let's see what happens next year. All right. Sergio, we got to go. Hey, family, let me see Friday if you get some time, huh?
All right, Ronbo.
All right, Sergio.
Have a good night.
You too.
Okay.
And I see John V, who says, to be clear, I didn't mean that Kyle wasn't the answer as our head coach. I just feel maybe we need to get Jimmy some quarterback lessons, so to speak, to correct some of that petty stuff. Okay. And what position would strengthen? Yeah, John, I'm so torn between an offensive lineman. I need more strength at that guard position. He's a warrior. Guy's a trooper. But I want him to be my backup guard. I need a premier guard in there. Somebody can really. I'd rather put Brunskill in there, I think, than Person, actually, at guard. So, they got to do something about that. Jimmy cannot be under that kind of pressure and then get mad at him because he can't see. He hasn't got enough time to go through his reads. Hey, and John, thanks for that contribution, fam. Appreciate it. You know this. Hey, let's see. Hey, Naj. I think Naj passed out. That's a hardcore silence. Oh, God. Anyway, we check out Deshaun again. Hey, Deshaun. I know Wiggs White, you're right, though. The O-line was holding on for dear life. I don't blame them when it's not getting called. Football is a dirty game. We tried to win by being nice. Oh, Wiggs. Oh, so true. I really wish the 49ers would have got a little bit nasty. You ain't got to be so polite. Still be a Boy Scout. They're holding us on every turn. Hold them bees. Hey, Jay. Yeah, Jay.
Hello.
Hey, Jay. Come on in, man.
Hey, what's going on? Already.
Jay, man. We're sitting there trying to figure out there may be some sacrifices made this year, Jay. And there's some people who definitely do not want to say goodbye. You got the headline 3. You got Eric Armstead, J-Dub, E-Man. I mean, those are the guys you just can't imagine what it's going to be like without them. And then you got the guys that you could say goodbye to. Poor Matty B probably is on that list. Everybody's favorite whipping boy, Dante, almost said. Wait a minute, what's Dante's last name? Pettis.
Talking about Pettis?
Yeah. See, his name never shows up on the games. I forget who he is. You never hear the announcers pronounce it. Dante looked like he was happy not playing, too. You see him on the sideline? He looked just so satisfied.
Yeah, he probably was. we need more attitude on the team, man.
We do.
I need to see more attitude from my quarterback too. I need to see you pissed after the game, not smiling.
Oh.
You need to be. You just lost the Super Bowl. What are you so happy about?
Man, well, you know, Jimmy got a whooping. You know, though, as far as the stats go, Jimmy had a couple INTs. One of them was just didn't have to be. But
Rambo. I ain't a stat person. I want to see what you do in crunch time and in the game.
Well, you know,
them stats
I agree.
lie to you.
No, I agree. And I also want to see a better. You know what, Debo, Jay, tell me this ain't true. Debo was running over Chiefs like they were children. Kyle. Somebody should have called him on the phone.
Hey.
Kyle. Yo, Kyle, get that ball back to Debo, man. Set that pass game up.
Not one time. You was killing them on the reverse all game long. Why not run one? Like Kyle got scared. That's the problem. He's scared. He gets too scared. He don't pick his balls up and just say, all right, we're gonna win this game. He gets too scared. He outthink himself. You know what I mean? It ain't. He just. You know, he don't get aggressive when it's time to get aggressive. What it was is we had that top defense, so he relied on that defense. Once he get a lead, he rely on that defense. That's what it is.
When we played against the Saints, the defense was, you know what? You got a good point there, Jay. You know why? Because when we played against the Saints, the defense was getting killed. Kyle went to work. Mm-hmm. That man's got all kind of stuff. You could have used it. It's a Super Bowl, Kyle. Put on a clinic. Come on.
Come on, man. You could did one of the reverses, view check, pitch reverse, the same. Come on,
all that good stuff. The Chiefs couldn't have beat that.
You could have easily kept the ball out of Jimmy's hands if you wanted to. You could have ran so many. Like you could have had Emmanuel Sanders throw one trick plays against the
right.
Come on.
I was getting ready to mention that. Let him man throw another deep shot downfield. They wouldn't have seen it coming.
Come on, and they was playing close to the line of scrimmage. They was biting on every. Come on,
every run. They thought we was gonna run on every down.
That's why I say Kyle got scared. And just like he was talking about, they had 3 timeouts in the minute 40. That's why huh? How many coaches you hear get on and say something like that? That's scared. That's scared talk right there. You scared of their offense instead of believing in your own offense. Like, come on now.
And then it ended up the defense on the field too long in the second half. Super Bowl's a longer game than a regular game anyway. So we got the defense out there half the possession time. Jay, we're the ones who work other teams' defenses to death by keeping them on the field because of ball possession. No. We got less possession than the Chiefs do with Patrick damn Mahomes. Why? Kyle.
Oh, they was running the ball more than we was.
And with more success. Almost.
It was just crazy. And like you said, though, we need to get Brandon Scherf from the Redskins. Offensive guy, he's a Pro Bowler. I mean,
and
they're gonna restructure some contracts, so we're gonna have more than that $21 million.
Hey, but Brandon,
we can get at least 1 or 2 free agents.
Did the Skins sign him yet?
Nah, he's a free agent.
No, you did not say that. Is he what? He's an FA?
Come back to the Redskins. Don't nobody want to come play with the Redskins.
I can tell you right now. Oh, well, wait a minute. No. You got to give a compensation pick. If he's a free agent, you can talk to him because you're not going to make any deals. Kyle will never make a deal with that a-hole owner in Washington. Never happened.
No, he's a free agent.
Oh.
Yeah. Nah, he's definitely a free agent. That's what we need to get. Maybe, try to resign our people, get him, and probably.
I wonder if Staley's coming back. Joe is contemplating what he wants to do.
But even if he don't come back, it's gonna free up some money, at least $10 million. And then I like Briscoe. Briscoe decent. Give him a 4 year starting out there. He'd do a good job.
True. I'm thinking about putting Brunskill where Persons is. Persons was like he was a turnstile. There was busting past his butt constantly. Yeah.
Right, but if we go out there and get Brandon Scherf, put him outside for Brandon Scherf and the inside, might be a solid offensive line. And we and get a corner in the draft. Let Jimmy Ward go. Put Richard Sherman back at free safety.
You think Sherman can handle that free safety?
I mean,
Maybe.
he better. he can't handle the corner position no more. I mean, he's good in that zone, but you get a fast or a receiver who know how to make moves and get open. They, elite receiver. They gonna get separation on Sherman.
Because Jay, right now, Devontae and also Sammy, they got each other on speed dial. They probably call each other every hour. They just dial each other. Did you see me about this one? They was coming at him. I smoked him by a mile, man. Every few minutes, they calling each other laughing about that. You know what? That's got to be.
That's it.
Anyway, that's all right. You know what? It's over. Let's see what happens next year, because that is going to be the blueprint on getting Sherm. Take him to the out route, cut it back in.
That's it. And the one good thing to make me feel okay was right now that we did not too recently go to 3 NFC championships back to back, so it can't happen.
Yeah, no, I'm not worried about next year. 49ers are still too young, too hungry. They didn't like how they left. I really think the guys we got on this team they'll play hard. Jim, we got to go, fam.
D Ford. All right, D Ford got one more year.
Hey, let's talk about D Ford Friday, because D Ford is getting close to getting on my nerves. He's got to get that leg fixed.
Joey Bosa, a free agent after next year. They can come out of any contract at any time.
Oh, my God, that gives me such a rush. Joey and Nick. Oh, God. Ow. Okay, don't get too excited about it. Chargers going to pay him like it's going out of style. Hey, Jay, let me see Friday, okay?
All right.
Right.
Have a great night. Have a blessed evening. Have a blessed evening, faithful. I'm going to call us out because we always faithful.
Yes. We is.
Bang, bang, Niner gang.
Jay,
Ain't nobody got it better than that.
Jay, you in the big rig? Are you rolling down the highway?
Oh, you know it.
I love when he does that. Jay, I'll see you Friday if you get some time, fam. All right.
All right, have a blessed night.
You too. Hey, hey, Mike.
Hey, Ronbo, you got me?
Come on in, Mike. It's tonight.
You got me, Rondo?
I can hear you.
Oh, hey, what's going on, man?
Mike, we're sitting around and looking at who some of us have choices as to who we don't mind seeing say goodbye, and some guys we definitely want to get back. We even moved Richard Sherman to safety already.
Oh man, I love Sherm, but I just we need somebody there. I think draft priority is definitely a number one receiver, but I think we can move on from Staley.
First round, 31, pick number 31, a wide receiver, and see at 31. Anything's a go. So you're right. Because, when we was earlier, everybody said, hey, man, we ain't drafting a wide receiver number 2, number 3 pick. Or we ain't taking this, we ain't taking that. Number 1, 2, 3 pick. At 31, game on for every position. Like that. Yes.
Yeah. Oh, we're in it. I'm still, the only thing I'm questioning is Kyle. I keep saying in my head, Kyle, why did you do that? I think he learned from his mistake, and I don't take any problem with what happened in Atlanta because somebody earlier brought it up. A good point is, he was the offensive coordinator. He was not the coach.
Right.
Who was the coach here?
Quinn.
Dan Quinn.
Yes.
Quinn. Nobody said nothing about Quinn, but now he loses it. Okay, we can take it now with the loss with San Fran. We'll be back. I mean, and all the. I'm so tired. I think it was the Iron Chief. He brought up a point with Cowherd. He's the only one lately that has any sense that puts emotion aside and lists facts. And for real, I'm sorry, Mahomes' second year, Super Bowl win, okay, but technically, Garoppolo first full season, 26 and 5 as a starter.
Yeah.
Third year Shanahan, and he talked about it too. He's not worried about it. And honestly, when you look at some of these stats here from like the NFL app in particular, Super Bowl odds from Caesars Sportsbooks right now is they got Chiefs 6-1, Ravens 7-1, Niners 8-1. So basically, they say who are the Niners going to play in the NFC? Because once it goes to the 4th and 5th,
it's the Patriots at 14 and Saints at 11. So, come on, we could take the Saints. And I'm sorry, who's the Saints quarterback? I mean, is he coming? Why would they put Bridgewater?
I thought you were serious.
They got Hill. They don't know what's going on over there. So
it's going to be Taysom Hill. Because I think Drew Brees. I don't know.
They don't know what's going on, and honestly, even the NFL app, they got the most open Super Bowl window, I think, is what they called it. And I mean, when you look at the top 5, can you believe? I hate to say it if there's any Dallas fans out there, but somehow they got Dallas at 5 with a big Super Bowl window, and underneath them they got Green Bay and the Eagles, and they got Seattle at 9. I'd be worried about Seattle more than anything than be some other jokers. I mean, Rodgers is a shell anymore, so what are you really going to do?
I mean, and Dallas. It's going to be funny to watch Dallas. I have a feeling. See, and actually, I watched Mike Florio and Chris Sims agreeing that Dak Prescott is better than Jimmy. I said, wait a minute. Whoa. You guys, you put Jimmy behind that offensive line, and let's see who performs better. Dak is okay, but Dak needs to learn to run more. That's what his strong suit is. Dak be missing people right and left. So don't tell me. I'll argue on that one all day long. Man.
Absolutely.
And Zeke is running like crazy. So.
Oh, and they get away from running with him. They can't make right decisions. But you know, Jimmy. I mean, he spent all year with his brace on. I mean, he had to be nervous. I mean, come on, his record. I don't understand how some of these guys could say this stuff about him. It's just unreal. And if we went on that run with Harbaugh, I mean, it's just it's unbelievable.
Yeah, well, it's okay. People are gonna get up off of Jimmy next year. I would bet big on it too, because he needed that year. He was supposed to get this year, last year. When that year he hurt his leg, all that we seen Jimmy going through this past season, he was supposed to get that out of the way in 2018. Okay, we had to go through 2019. He still got to the Super Bowl with it. Granted, he wasn't the whole emphasis of the offense, but watch and see what happens next year. And I tell you something else, Mike, before we go. I have a feeling, and I'm hoping I'm wrong, and we'll find out later, Kyle may have gotten sick of people talking about Jimmy himself, and that's why he gave Jimmy the ball a little more often than he should have in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Everybody said, Kyle's afraid of Jimmy G. Kyle doesn't want to use his quarterback. The 49ers will be in real trouble if the ball is put in Jimmy G's hands. That was the narrative, right? So Kyle said, damn, y'all, man, I've been working on this kid for too long.
All these guys are still hungry. And I'm sorry, we're going to rule the NFC West. And
Chiefs fans.
I'm looking here, five out of the last 8 Super Bowls, an NFC West team was representing.
Ooh,
so we're going back.
Ooh,
we're going back.
I didn't even realize that.
Yeah, and it's just we're going to kill it. I mean, even if you look at some of the Niners stats, I mean, I know we melted down, but yards per play, yards per run, rushing yards. QB hits, the red zone, we dominated all those categories. It's just that little mistake. If he would have hit Kittle,
maturity, fam, and growth. That's why I was scared. And you know what? Last year I said 10-6, and everybody said 13-3 and 14 and stuff. I was like, y'all need to calm down, man. Oh no, I was wrong. I knew they were going to be good. I just didn't know how good. Now, next year, I'll be right with everybody else. I think, though, the 49ers may become a money club, and their best work might be in the playoffs next year. So I'm looking for 12-4, 11-5 possibly, whatever it takes to win the West. And I don't think it's going to take that much because I think the Hawks are going to come down a little bit. You know what we need to worry about, Mike? Worry about Kyler Murray and the Cardinals. They got a lot of draft picks coming, high draft picks. They got a lot of money. Kyler Murray's he's legit in my book. Accurate, quick. He's going to hurt some people. He starts running the RPO like they like to do and things like that. Somebody's going to get hurt. So.
Yeah, that's the truth. All right, hey, I appreciate you taking my call. I'm second time calling, new to the channel for about a month now, but growing up in New Jersey,
hey.
secluded, a Niner fan all my life. I had nothing. I experienced Miami Beach. I loved being around the players, and I love the fact that I found this radio show to listen to. I'm East Coast, so I'll stay up late, and I catch you all until the end.
Thanks, Mike.
So I
appreciate
appreciate
you,
what you're doing. Love it, and I'll be calling back in Friday.
Looking forward to it. We'll be back Friday. Looking for you, too.
Thank you.
All right, Mike. Have a great night.
All right, bye. You too, buddy.
Thanks. Bye, Mike. Okay. Man, so many thoughts twirling around. Because, when you go through these kind of experiences, and it was really traumatic. I mean, because like John was pointing out, you're sitting in the state, he was sitting in there watching it live, right? You're watching a team they're going with like that 96% chance the 49ers winning in the last closing minutes with the lead we had. Can you imagine? Oh, yeah. I was like spared because my signal went out and I was going to leave the room to go watch another room, right? So I'm staying here with you and I was waiting for you to say, Ronbo, we won! I was going to lose my mind. I was just waiting for it. I kept thinking in the back of my mind. Little did I know they came that close. The shot dropped just a little past, just a little bit past E-Man. If he catches that, the parade is not in Kansas. See? So if they would have just kicked our butt from the beginning, a lot like the Patriots did to the Rams last year, see, then, it's not so bad. You can live with that. You got beat. But we were beating them, and we lost the last few seconds. We got to live with that until spring training. Damn. I'm going to look for you on Friday. Let's talk some more 49ers football. Don't tell them what develops between now and then. I even know the combine is coming up. But we can't even do any shopping. But we can see what we might get at 31. We got to make up our mind. Do we want to get an offensive lineman? Are we hoping for a wide receiver? Are we going to go for a safety, a corner? Those are pretty much it, huh? Because we don't need any linebackers. What else? Yeah, we definitely don't need no defensive lineman. It's good. D Ford, God, Jesus Christ. Please get him in. If D Ford's not getting prepped for surgery right now, I'm going to be pissed. He's got to get that fixed. All right, fam, I'll see you Friday. Let's have a great time between now and then and keep thinking red and gold. Niner Empire will be back. And feels better, don't it?